And hello and welcome back to yet another charged weekly race live stream. We are back here today with the frightful combo of the Formula Agile at the Hungaroring. The Formula Agile, of course, being a pretty scary little open wheeler with a heckin' lot of power and kind of small tyres. It's a bit of a handful this week, but we have a fantastic turnout. We're looking at pretty much packed rookie and pro split races today. It's going to be me, your boy, the Flat Earth Mom, the Flat Daddy, the Flat 420, the Flat Gang, the Flat too flat for the cat. Your boy, and I'm also joined by Mr. Will Wadsworth today in the commentary booth. Say hi, Will.
Hello. Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited to see some people spinning and hopefully causing a lot of commotion. It's going to be very fun to watch.
Oh, Adrian's screaming at me because I forgot the track skin. I will rectify that. Don't worry, I'll do that in a minute. But I have the track. I think I have the track skin. But yeah. Also, Will, you should be very happy about your success last night in the 6 hours of Watkins Glen, with you and your teammates, Drillo and Alan, doing a really good race and coming fifth in class, I believe.
Yeah, it was fifth. It was my first endurance race, and I was quite nervous about bringing it home because Alan and Drillo did an incredible job. And I was a little bit nervous about my ability to hold on to the results that they were making, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. I'm very happy and excited to hopefully get in another endurance event soon with them.
Yeah, well, for your first major enduro, I think you did a spectacular job. I tell you what, as it is the end of practice, I will very quickly go and install the track skin pack. And I will also turn down some of my settings because I'm getting 99% occupancy, which is kind of a rare thing. So it's a pretty packed race today. Oh my gosh! So what was going through your head for those final 2 hours last night, Will?
It was very weird not knowing if people that I was overtaking were for position. That was the first that was a first for me with so much traffic in such a long race. Zoe's just watching gaps instead of the person in front of you being position ahead of you and the person behind being position behind you. So it was just very weird, and it was kind of like hot lapping in a public server basically. So I was just trying to focus on my line and make sure that I was going as quick as possible, but also not causing any incidents.
Yeah, it is super weird when you get to that point where it's like every car that you come across, it's not for position because you're being passed by top class cars, especially in a multi-class race, all the time, and you have to just be constantly aware of them. It's like there's never a lap where it doesn't work. Oh, I have bad news. The skin pack doesn't want to work for me, and that's why I don't have it installed. So sorry, Adrian. I'm really sorry to have your work go to waste. It's not going to work for me. I will get back to the game, unfortunately. But yeah, they never stop coming in endurance races, and also your lapping cars as well. And you just have to keep looking at your relative and talking to your teammates as well, because they're going to be spotting you and they'll give you information. For example, if a car is for position, they will tell you, and then you can go into battle mode. But yeah, sorry about the lack of track skin today. It's having some kind of problem with my Assetto Corsa, unfortunately. I'm being attacked by my cat right now, so sorry for the distractions. So what are your predictions for today, Will?
I'm predicting that I feel like there's gonna be two classes of people in these races. I feel like there's gonna be the people who have put in a lot of practice this week, and they're gonna be able to keep it steady, and there'll be probably 5 to 10 people who will be racing, and um they'll be relatively close. But then I have a feeling that there's gonna be some people who are spinning quite a bit, and there's gonna it's gonna be quite a lot of moving chicanes on the road.
Absolutely, I suppose when we get to this level of sorry, I'm giving you a very weird camera angle here. I'm just messing about, but yeah, there definitely will be a lot of attrition today. It's going to be about who can tame this mighty beast and just keeping the car on the road and being really careful when you go wheel to wheel. Yeah, I'm really sorry, Adrian. We couldn't get it working. It doesn't like my content manager for some reason. It just says like not found or error or something.
Also, could you
I
share your
will.
screen again?
Oh, I'm really sorry. I will get some in cockpit camera modes up soon. I have to wait first for ACTV to start working, and ACTV only lets you select cars when when they've set valid laps in a session, so it will take a minute or two. It's just the limitations of Assetto Corsa. Okie dokie, where are we? And we're back. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, I'm so sorry, Adrian. Oh my god. I thought it. Oh, I've gone into the void because I'm too far away from other cars. But I tried it out during the week and I remember it not working. I should have chased it up, but I've just been too busy. Sorry, my apologies. Yeah, following cars, following cars moving this quickly in free cam is quite some work. So I will just park us here until we get some valid laps on the board. But yeah, that's the thing. ACTV isn't perfect, and it is a mod, and we are kind of doing the best we can with it with AC's limitations.
Assetto Corsa also doesn't like to render shadows when you're this far away. Oh, it seems to have stabilized now, but
Yeah, I've also had to turn some settings down because I was getting 99% occupancy at the start. Yeah, maybe if Adrian can if he's free, if he can repack it for me, that might work, and we'll try and get it on for the pro split.
also
Just waiting.
Toaster was in fact trying to smurf.
Not very
Because
subtly.
his name was Toast Freezer and his country was still Lithuania.
Yeah,
so,
it was the
I
Lithuanian
wonder
flag
who
that gave
could
him
be.
away. I don't know why Toaster would want to smurf in the rookie split, considering he's one of the chosen few who are capable of running in pro split. Who knows? But Toaster, stop smurfing. Ah, dear. Yeah, we have a lot of support for the Bundua boys in the chat today, of course. I believe we have Mera de Bera and Rushby, who was fantastic last week. Rushby almost took the overall win in the pro split, are going to be driving in the top split today. We had a bit of an imbalance today with sign-ups. We had a lot of the pro split guys were tired out from RSO1 Championship and the 6 hours of Watkins Glen, and we had an overwhelming number of rookies, so a lot of the guys who've been here for a couple of weeks and have generally shown they can drive the car without crashing have been allowed to pro split for today. That's a good opportunity for them to see how they can get on, kind of free of some of the more inexperienced or potentially hazardous drivers.
Yeah, it's just all about keeping it clean, and even if you're not the fastest, it's just can you finish a race without ruining anybody else's. I really love this livery from Boz. It's so clean.
Yeah, Boz is the first driver to set a clean valid lap, and I also like this livery too. With the kind of lines and proportions of this car, it kind of has like a bit of a kind of like, I would say like a kart, almost like a 90s kart kind of vibe to it. But yeah, good work from Boz.
It's a quite
Boz,
chunky little car.
it is, isn't it? Big old wang. But Boz always puts effort into his liveries. I very much like what he does, and this is definitely no exception. I always love the chartreuse, and the little stripes are very nice there. We have Pedro Oliveira running in a stock skin. We have Nuji in a stock skin. Cook and Worm is currently in Fox's car. Fox is in pro split. Oh, Cook and Worm having a little bit of an off there. We have Golson in one of these SimTwats cars. I think that is Raj's car. He'll have to confirm for me in chat. We have Charles Francois, who I believe is a new person. I haven't seen you before, Charles, but welcome to Charged. Driving one of the fantastic spec skins made by Adrian. And Marco Alonso. Pleasant return for Marco. I haven't seen him for a few weeks. Also in a spec skin. Angry bread eater. Toaster says Zyfe is a fun ruiner. Zyfe, sorry, Toaster, you should have changed your name to something that wasn't still with Toaster in it, and you should have changed your flag. If you put your name to anything else with a different flag, we never would have known. No smurfing.
He was not very subtle about it. I didn't even see that his name was Toast Freezer. I just saw Toast and was like, oh, there he is. He's still in the wrong split. It's just could have literally done anything without Toast, and it would have worked out.
Or even if he changed the flag, I would have been like, no, that's just somebody else who's just passionate about Toast and sim racing.
Hypnotic with a 133.8.
Absolutely, yeah. So setting the early pace in this A-split qualifying session so far, Hypnotic, who is another new member this week in Charged. Welcome, Hypnotic. I hope you have a very nice time racing with us today and hopefully into the future. Yeah, the fastest times I've seen so far during the week have been, some people have been like inching towards the 32s. I believe Adrian was the fastest guy I've personally seen all week, but unfortunately he can't race today. I believe he's moving to his new apartment back at university, so that's such a shame. Of course, Adrian Doesn't race in the weeklies that often, but when he does, he always puts on a spectacular show. So I believe he has a 100% podium finishing record in the weeklies and something like a 75% podium record in his total races in charge combined. That's definitely one of the best KDs in charged, I would say. But yeah, unfortunately, he can't make it today. But yeah, Hypnotic setting the pace. Couple guys up there as well. Sort and Nuji both setting good times. I wonder if Gumi is running in this split. I saw Gumi driving really, really competently earlier. He was keeping up with the fastest guys and looked really, really, really at home in open wheeler. So hopefully Gumi is driving in this split, if not the later one. Maybe he's even on track. ACT is only showing 16 people.
Yeah, there's definitely quite a few people that are in this split, and I'm thinking that my prediction in the beginning might be a little bit apt because we're seeing quite a large spread throughout this field, and so I think it's going to make for some interesting scenarios in the race if there are some seriously slow back markers.
Yeah, we're seeing quite a few cars just very casually in the wall as we follow anyone's lap round, so that's definitely going to be a variable today. I will say...
Takes provisional pole.
Ooh, an even quicker time than Hypnotic. Sort as well, unless I'm mistaken, is another driver who I don't recognise. So I'm very pleased to have some really, really quick-looking drivers joining us this week. I very much look forward to racing with them in the future. I will say to Toaster, the reason we can't let you drive in Rookie Split, other than the fact you have a pro roll and you'll be smurfing, is because if we get too many cars on the track, firstly, a 30-car lobby in this thing will just be absolute death, and it will start to cause CPU occupancy. So one split per driver today, if that's okay. I have a very happy cat sitting on my lap now. I'm trying to get her to settle. I don't know why, but whenever I go live on the stream, she's like, oh, it's time to come scream at James.
Hopefully she'll behave today.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll have the third commentator.
Yeah, she doesn't say very much though. She tends to be a bit of a one-track mind. But Camo JG just getting a little bit off there. Camo was also setting some good lap times earlier in the practice races. We have Farwell as well, who's always won with some impressive pace. Pedro Oliveira, again another returning driver. Thank you for coming back, Pedro. Good to see you on track again. We have Ian in a very cool Jordan 191 livery. I don't know if he made that or it's somebody else's from the Pro Split that he's driving by accident. We'll find out. We have Gonzulo, who is another new driver who I don't recognise. Welcome to you, Gonzulo.
It's so good to see fresh faces in here.
Oh,
hopefully
absolutely.
We get to see some fresh action.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks since we did kind of a big push for new members, so over the last month, overall January, we gained a lot of members, but it was nice. We kind of had some time for them to stabilise, and we got to know everyone and kind of work out where everyone was in terms of experience and ability, so we're kind of at the point where we can start having a nice little trickle of new members again and getting them to grips. We have Bundawa in the pits. Bundawa running a very cool livery. Not made by me this week, made by one of their own guys in-house, but a very cool Jordan-inspired livery. Of course, you've got Sid the Snake on the nose there with the MS logo, which is for Milan, I believe his name is. And very cool kind of off-yellow, kind of greeny tinge there. Very cool-looking livery.
Hopefully Bundawa can manage to improve a little bit, though. He's currently in 17th place, 5 seconds down from pole. So
yeah, he was saying to me earlier he doesn't quit, because I did actually offer Bundawa a chance in Pro Split today because he was very clean last week, but he said he's a little bit struggling to pace. It was Meredith that made the Bundawa livery, so good job to Meredith. We have Bobo here, who is another new member of Charge, who I've not quite seen before, with a very humorous McLaren inspired, I want to say, livery, or Fernando Alonso kind of inspired livery.
Renault?
Maybe it's either it's either a Renault or a McLaren. Either way, it has very Alonso-y vibes to me. But he's definitely gotten into the.
I don't think that McLaren's ever run blue before. Besides their more modern cars.
Yeah, well, I mean, like the ones from the last couple of years. But yeah, definitely definitely getting in the Charge meme livery spirit with some backwards words on it. Flame, dive bomb device. Insert random meme here. Downforce. Nothing on the back of the wing though. The back of the wing is always the most effective part of the car because that's where you can tell the people directly behind you what you think of them. Rajtastic reckons Benetton as well. Yeah, we could maybe have a 92 Benetton when they were quite yellow, but I'm still going to say that's kind of like someone who hasn't got that much time and doesn't know Photoshop that well's attempt at a McLaren livery. Either way, I fully appreciate the effort from Bobo there. Sort is still on provisional pole right now with Pedro Oliveira very, very close behind. Hypnotic as well. It's looking pretty close up the front. Nuji as well. And Camo JG and Farwell making up the 1 second gap from the leaders. So the spread is coming down a little bit between most of the top guys.
It's good to see Camo JG back in here. I feel like it's been a couple of weeks. I think the
I
last time
know.
I don't know if he participated in the minis, but I feel like
BMWs
it's been
was the
a
last
few
time we
weeks.
saw him.
Yeah, and he did a great job in the BMWs, and also I'm biased because it's another American. So it's good to see more people repping the Stars and Stripes in here.
Yeah, it was very nice to have him back. We were hanging out with Camo JG last night while we were watching You in the 6 Hours. Well, it was nice to chat to him. Maximo was here. He disconnected, so maybe he had some kind of problem. Hopefully he will be coming back. Khan, I don't believe, is on the timing board yet as well. I will say that ACTV is sometimes just screwy. Sometimes in qualifying, it just won't. Like the personal pole position will be completely different on the ACTV compared to in the game, and we just find out at the start of the race. But everyone who is in the race will be on the screen when the race starts.
Pedro Oliveira is so close to provisional pole, but not quite getting it.
I know it is very close up the front. Those are some impressive lap times as well, definitely. I'm really looking forward to it. It's interesting how some people just are better in open wheelers. Like, some people struggle in them, but then some people, if they're in like a touring car or a GT or something like that, it just never quite feels the same. Some people really come alive in open wheelers, so it's really nice to see some people who maybe have more specialised skill in them getting to show it off this week. As Marco Alonso has now made up the top 3 as well. Marco Alonso was massively impressive in the last race. We saw him in the LMP2, so he's got a real shot at the victory today with his pace, I reckon.
This is definitely going to be an exciting race.
Naughty Dragon is asking for the chaos already. Give it about 10 minutes. Give it about 10 minutes. Turn 1 will have some interesting goings on. I was just getting some camera practice in during one of the final practice session races about half an hour ago, and there was an almighty crash off the grid. I have no idea how it happened. It just seemed like people were dropping it off the line. Oh, as Marco Alonso has a great save there.
Everybody knows that races are won at turn 1, so I mean,
especially ones in very, very tricky to drive cars on a difficult circuit.
You can put your competitors into the wall in turn 1, then hey, that's a dub.
Well, you could do that, but you might get a visit from Dog the Bounty Punter in the next week or so. Coming soon to Charged. Oh god. I'm going to finish that video, I promise. There is something very special I'm working on that will be highly amusing that you will get to see very soon. Oh my god. I wish I'd saved more of the footage from earlier Charged races and other events that I've been in, because there were some really quite humorous accidents that happened that would be very funny now. Oh word. As Nuji improves his time, going within 3/10 of Sort. A lot of drivers getting into the 33s in qualifying. I think just a lot of people are just working out how to switch on this Formula Agile, how to get it to stick and work. It's something I couldn't manage myself. I think I was about 10 seconds slower than the pole drivers when I did maybe 4 or 5 laps in this car and decided it wasn't for me. Who else do we have? We have Sort, Pedro Oliveira. I'm trying to spot any more rogue fresh liveries. Marco Alonso, Hypnotic, Nuji, Camo, Farwell, Ayan. Oh, we have not Marco Alonso. We have Marco Alonso and Fernando Alonso, the man himself.
Yo, the Eyebrow King is participating in Charged. How about that?
I didn't even see this. You know what? I'm a little bit scared now. Oh god, I feel bad for whoever his teammate is. Who else do we have? Gumi. Oh, here's Gumi93. Gumi was looking really good in the practice race earlier, so I want to see his skills. Boz, I love this livery. This is probably my favourite livery of the week from Boz. He had my favourite livery of the week last week, so congratulations to Boz.
Yeah, that Fila livery for the Alphas was gorgeous.
So nice. So nice. Charles Francois, who I believe you've already looked at. Gonzulo as well. Kukenverm in Fox's livery. I really like Fox's livery. That's my second favourite livery of the week. I really like that. MC. A washing machine. This isn't washing machines. I think this is Nazim's livery, and I like this. I like the... Oh, he's gone.
It is Nazim's livery.
It was, but he's now gone. He just disappeared. Oh no, here we are. Yes, I like this very much. I'm always a fan of the bright, kind of weird pastely colours. We have Golson, who's in one of the Simtwats Raj livery.
Oh my god, the face on the back!
See, Raj has got this worked out. You want to put something hideous or garish or terrifying or surprising on the end of your car, on the rear wing, so it terrifies all the people behind you. If you see any of my liveries I've ever made ever, what was I called? I think I called it like, oh, what's the word for it? Like, oh, there's a great word for it, but I can't remember. It's some kind of like racer repellent. That's it. You want to put racer repellent on the back of your cars to make the people behind you crash.
Golson in the wall.
Raj, of course, saying that he span out looking at Castrola's eyes. And we have Kartoska in another one of the Bundawar liveries. Looking good. We have Bobo again in his, I'm going to call it a McLaren. And Bundawar again. And Simon White, who is in Buzz's livery. Buzz, I believe, will be in the Pro Split later today. Nice job here at adapting.
Livery.
Well, that's the Adrian's livery. Oh my God, Simon White almost getting involved in a murder there with Hypnotic. But I believe, Marco Alonso has now taken pole position. I don't quite believe it. Look at these leaders. This car is such a handful. It's a long lap. There's so much time to extract here, and we have the top three within 1/10 of a second. Fantastic job, these guys. Well, Marco Alonso proving he's definitely not lost any pace since the last time we saw him.
Oh man, this is a great battle for pole right here.
Yeah, anyone can still take this.
All the top three separated by less than a tenth.
And I believe Sort is gearing up for a hot lap here, so let's go on board with him. Or we can see lap deltas in this car. Perfect, we can see how he's going.
Oh man, this car is so sketchy.
It's cool, but I hate it at the same time. I think also Marco Alonso is on another lap as well. Oh, he was. I think he was just gearing up to start a lap, and I think now he's binned it. That's going to be really difficult for him to get round and go for another lap. That might be it for Marco Alonso. He's not going to have time. That's going to be it for Marco. So that's the best he can do. Sort is looking okay. He's 1/10 up on his delta, but that might be an invalidated lap there. I believe Pedro Oliveira is also in the pit, so that's all we're going to see from him. Other than that, if Hypnotic or Nuji can maybe find a couple tenths, they might be in with a shout at the pole position too. But I think it very well might be Marco Alonso on pole today, unless Sort can do something about it. He's plus 2.5 on his delta, so he still needs to find some time.
I love this section of the Hungaroring.
I do like the
this
track.
This track is honestly underappreciated.
Oh my word! And that was a really sketchy rejoin there. This is ridiculous. He's just driving through a sea of just dead cars.
That was
and
so
unfortunately,
close.
Yeah, that was, I believe, Charlie Hand 55, who is another new driver who I'm not quite familiar with, who looked to impede Sort's lap there, and that's not good. He looks to be still stuck in the wall. Unfortunately, I think Sort might get one more lap, though. He's coming across the start-finish line now, so he will get one more lap. Another stab at it. Hopefully he's got the fuel and he hasn't cooked his tyres too much. But yeah, some sketchy driving going on there. That's always the thing with new drivers. Once people have been here for a couple of weeks, they usually start to understand, the general driving etiquette and rules. But if not, with new people, that's why we have rookie split. If you're new, you automatically go in the rookie split, unless you're very, very obviously, experienced and competent in kind of, online league sim racing. But some guys, you put them on the track and then it's like, okay, you maybe got to do a little bit of reading of the racing rules section on Discord before next week. But yeah, hopefully that was just a one-off. Sort is looking really close.
It seemed like he was waiting after that. I wonder if he got a earful from Sort on that, because
you know what, if he
seemed
did
to wait there for a while.
If he did, I wouldn't fault him at all. But Sort is still looking close.
Oh, he's still there. Oh,
he's lost a little bit. I think it was the same car. He's lost 2/10 so far on this lap, but a good final sector could bring it back.
Oh, he's up now.
A lot of red drivers on the leaderboard right now. A lot of people seem to be having trouble. But the spread has come down. Everyone has managed to improve as Cook and Worm goes into 13th. It's now only 4.3 seconds, not counting Maxime, who's obviously not got a proper lap in yet, between 1st and 23rd. And that's pretty damn good if you ask me for a demanding open wheeler on quite a long, F1 circuit. And it looks like
And
Sort
it's
is
gonna
not
be.
going to nab pole position. He is just a little bit down.
Oh, he doesn't
So it's going to be
improve.
Marco Alonso on pole and Sort second, Pedro Oliveira third in a fantastically brilliant, very exciting top three.
It's gonna be really interesting to watch how these drivers can adapt, because it seems like they're very competent with hot lapping it, but how can they adapt when there's a car right next to you, and if they can keep it together and keep their head calm and not put anybody or themselves in the wall.
Absolutely, yeah. That's the real test. Having one lap pace is really impressive and it's a really admirable skill, but it's not always what's needed, and especially when we have kind of different splits in here based on ability and charge. When we say ability, we mean ability to not kill people rather than ability to drive the car really, really, really fast. The whole idea of Pro Split is to have, a bunch of drivers together who, when they're racing each other, they know they can go wheel to wheel. You know you're going to be left space. You know you can push them hard, and you're not going to get completely murdered. So it'll be good to see which one of these new guys today have the pace, but also the experience and respect to get through without being killed or killing anyone. Sometimes when you get hit, there's nothing you can do about it, but often you can probably do something to avoid it, or you can be a little bit more spatially aware. If nothing else, you can just be in the voice chat telling people to get the hell away from you, which is what I usually do.
If you're not confident, just like, yeah, if you're trying to actually have a clean race, you might just want to stay away from me.
Absolutely. It's like when I see someone and I know they're a bit funny, I'm like, you stay the hell away from me. Oh
It's like
dear.
sometimes when Pikaroshu starts lagging, he'll just know and just move out of the way and just say, "Go past. I'm a hazard right now."
That's
He
why he
he
races in Pro Split.
he frequently has some internet connection issues, so
Yeah,
it
I
can
mean it's
become
a
a little
common.
bit
It
treacherous.
happens. It happens to everyone at some point, and like having a high ping doesn't make you a problem. Having a high ping and then or any kind of internet issue and not being aware of it and driving appropriately, that's when it becomes an issue. Anyway, we have a 4 minute countdown now until the start of the race. I will just play our little intro preview, and I'll see you back here in a minute. And welcome back after our little preview there. We are now set up for the start of Split A Race 1. Apparently, someone's saying the title is fake news. If that is incorrect, I will just fix that. Hang on, let me have a look.
Oh yes, it is saying the RSO
Oh,
engine.
I fixed it. I will fix that again. Sorry.
It's a very full grid today.
Okay, it is done. Unfortunately, Twitch and Streamlabs are in a conspiracy to ruin my day. I put it in when I go live with the stream. I put it in, but it doesn't work either way. Where are we? Sorry about the my rampant unprofessionalism. We are back and we are unmuted. Everything is correct. Yeah, sorry about that. That's just Twitch and AC being very bizarre. But yeah, here we go. Yeah, a very full looking grid today. I am really proud, really excited, and also frantically terrified. I really, really hope we get a clean getaway and there isn't. Oh, my Siri is talking. I really hope there isn't a massive Spa 98 pile up at every single turn on the first lap. We will see. I think the current record for biggest crash in charged history is the Radicals at Bikaniki High Speed Ring. We could outdo it today. What do you think, Will?
I am hopeful, but I don't believe that we will be able to have a clean race here. I just think that with how many of even the quicker guys were getting really loose with this car, I feel like there's going to be a lot of accidents. It just all depends on how calm these guys can stay when there's a car next to them and if they can be willing to sacrifice their pace to try to keep the car on the road or away from smashing into other people.
Oh, we have a sub from Jack of All Games 164. Thank you so much for gifting the sub oh, you're gifting one that you got from. Hang on, you're gifting to Anuji. And you're gifting, one that you got from Elmo. Oh, thank you, Elmo. Thank you, Jack of All Games, for the sub, guys. I really appreciate that. Yeah, the Porsche race was full of crashes, but the single biggest crash was in the Radicals, and I believe it was about 15 cars probably in one crash. Oh, and Chris Fox subbed at Tier 1 for 6 months. My guy, thank you so much, Chris. I don't know if you're Fox on Discord or if you're anybody else, but that was so nice of you. Thank you so much for supporting Charged here. I can't tell you how much that means to us. That was really, really nice of you. Anyway, 20 seconds to go, and I wonder what's going in the minds of these drivers as we have Marco Alonso on pole, followed by I can't remember his name, but the other guy, the guy in the yellow car with the short name. Okay, and we are ready. It's not Fox or Chris Fox. Thank you so much, Mr. Fox on
All
Discord.
6 lights are up.
And we are off. Looks like it's a good getaway for Marco Alonso. Relatively clean so far. A little bit of sliding and weaving, but I don't believe it. They've made it to the first corner without crashing. What's going to happen?
Well, let's see if they can make it through that first corner. Ooh, someone's already spinning. Oh, there's already a multi-car. Oh no!
There's been a little bit of a crash down at the back, and we have Jens has joined the race. That's bizarre. He should be in Pro Split. If Zyph is listening, maybe he can direct Jens to the Pro Split race in a little bit. Some big crashes at the back. Marco Alonso has made his way out to the lead though very nicely. Sort is second, and Ian is third.
Yeah, making up a lot of ground.
MC is having some problems with Charlie Hand. Luckily rejoining, getting back onto the track there. Everything's looking okay. We've got cars all over the place, unfortunately.
Swerving across the track there.
And there's a huge crash there. This is just how it's going to be for a while, unfortunately.
Yeah, they're just going to wait till the field spreads out a little bit more.
It will die down as Maxime has been involved, so has Simon White. Unfortunately, Simon White's still crashing. Finley McDonald's making his way through. Nuji's unfortunately finding trouble, and that's a terrible rejoin from Nuji, and that will almost certainly result with a massive penalty. That was very poor. Bobo looks to be in trouble as well. He was caught up in that instant with Nuji. Golson has been passed by Camo JG. Boz has also been passed by Khan and Nuji.
And it looks like Saw and M. Alonso are pulling away at the front of the pack as well.
Unsurprisingly, unsurprisingly, a few incidents on the first lap, but hopefully everything should calm down now. We won't have any more massive incidents. Goomy still recovering from that crash, but looking good in 9th place. Yes, Marco Alonso is leading the race, and he's looking very comfortable so far. Sort keeping up pretty well. Ian doing good in 3rd place, as Hypnotic is closing in on him, as Pedro Oliveira and MC are having some battles. What happened to Pedro? Oh, someone's gone.
He's going into the pits.
Pedro has gone in the pits. I don't know if that was intentional.
Hypnotic is catching up to Ihan. He's trying to make up the ground that he got in qualifying.
Oh, let's go watch this battle. This looks pretty close. Sound of Bass says good luck with the stewarding after this. Yes, as I said earlier, Dog the Bounty Punter might have to make a little visit today.
Oh, I think he's definitely going to have some work to do.
Oh, was Hypnotic really overcooking it into turn 3? Let's see, will he rejoin okay? I believe that's Fernando Alonso behind him. Let's see if he can overtake. I think I've seen this fake Fernando Alonso on a Assetto Corsa before, so I think I know who they are. Stephen volunteers for stewarding. That would not be a good idea, unfortunately. Stab him.
Stab him with a 10-second.
I can't say that word on Twitch. Sort is keeping Marco Alonso honest up front, while Fernando Alonso, who I'm going to assume is his brother and not the real Fernando Alonso, is chasing Hypnotic, who's getting a little bit weavy. Remember, you can only move once to defend your position. Farwell and Gonzalo are also trading places in 7th and 8th.
Fernando with a great exit into that corner. He backs off.
Just backed out, but
he gets
that was the master move there. By backing out, I think Hypnotic outbroke himself a little bit, and Fernando Alonso has very skillfully put himself through. Maybe he is the real Fernando Alonso. They get close, but not quite close enough. Nuji and Charlie Han are battling. Nuji getting a little bit sideways, but holding it. Good drive from him. Finley McDonald and Maxime are battling in 22nd and 23rd. Stefan says this will be a blanket 10-second penalty thing up, and Finley has unfortunately lost it. And Fernando Alonso has DNF'd.
What?
I have no idea what happened.
Is it a DC?
It must be it must be either a disconnect or I don't know if he crashed and rage quit. Who knows? But either way,
that's such a shame.
I hope he can rejoin. Golson and Kartoska are currently trading places in this nice little pack in the middle. I have to say, since it's calmed down a little bit, the racing has been pretty okay. It hasn't been too messy. I think everyone's just, when you have 26 cars that are this hairy, whoa, that's a rejoin there from, not sure who that was, that orange car. Too many cars, I can't keep up with them. Too much is happening.
Oh, this is a big pack. Oh, and someone gets punted out to the
there's
side.
a big
Oh,
crash.
this car's dead in the
Oh, that was another bad rejoin. So much
There's
bad
a good
rejoining
avoiding
going
action
on
from
here.
Boz, though.
Washing machine is off. Yeah, Boz did well to stay out of trouble there. But that orange car, Charlie Hand, I believe, that was a not his first instant of the race as Boz misses the chicane.
It. Has to let all those positions go. Poor Boz.
He'll be back though, I'm sure. Gumi and Gonzulo are still battling for places up in 7th and 8th.
I believe.
Oh, there's so much constant movement, it's hard to follow anything kind of tangible because we're always just flip-flopping between battles, crashes, spins.
I believe Gumi qualified in 10th or 11th. He's made up a few positions. He's been doing well so far today.
Yeah, I think Gumi's pretty at home in the open wheelers from what I saw earlier, so it's nice to see him. Nice to see him making his way up the grid. Oh, this race with damage on, there would be no finishes.
Oh, no.
There would be no finishes. As Khan, I believe, might have got caught up in one of those earlier crashes, is now trading places with Bobo as Washing Machine. Is trying to hang around the outside of Simon White, but not quite getting it done.
Oh, he gets the cutback.
He does.
I believe he's going to have a better run here. Now he tucks behind, back into the slipstream.
Ooh, that's a big scary braking zone going down to turn 1, but Washing
Gumi
Machine
has
very
caught
sensibly.
back up to Gonzulo.
He has, as Washing Machine, just overcooks it. That's the thing, you're offline, you floor it, and unfortunately you just lose the car. Gumi is catching back up to Gonzulo, but he's now dropped back a little bit again. The field is starting to stabilise. Yeah.
Drop back a few positions there.
The grid is slowly starting to stabilise.
Oh, beautiful run by Charles French.
Charles Francois passing Moti in the discount-rich energy skin. I can't remember who made that,
Sorry,
but good job.
I'm just not going to butcher it.
Adrien. If we say his name correctly. which I'm guilty of never doing, I have to say, sorry. Simon White and Pedro Oliveira changing places again. And Moti's having problems. I believe that's Moti in the rich energy skin. It was Iwis that made the rich energy skin.
It might be an unpopular opinion, but I do think that the rich energy livery that Haas ran was the best Haas livery for F1.
But that's the very loaded. The best Haas livery is not exactly an achievement.
But still, like I feel like a lot of people hate on it, but I love that black and gold.
I wasn't a fan of it, to be honest. Charlie Hands is catching up on MC and Kartoska, as I'm literally having to pull my cat off me. I wasn't a fan of it. I thought the kind of gold was wrong, and I thought it was just a bit uninspired. But I have to say, I generally think Haas have the worst liveries in F1 consistently year to year. That's just my opinion. I find them very
I'm not a big
uninspired.
fan of the black, white, and red. Not a big fan.
Their earlier cars were always too grey, I thought, and it just looks very soulless in my opinion. Oh, as there's been a complete huge crash there. I believe that was Boz possibly making contact with Charlie Han there. That was a big punterino. We're going to have so many reports to sift through. We already have a fair few reports from MX5 and RSO1 on Friday. It's going to be a busy week for the stewards. Lantern says grey is fun, not the kind of Haas grey. Up front, Marco Alonso is still doing a good job out in front, but Sort is very, very close, and Ian really not far behind either. Any one of these guys could really still be in with a chance to win today. And don't forget, we do have... Oh, I've just realised we have a reverse grid race after this. Oh, Lord. So, yeah, if you thought Turn 1 was carnage here, just wait for the reverse grid race.
Oh, yeah. It's also going to be really interesting to see if Marco Alonso is going to catch up to the back markers and if they let him through without murdering him.
That's a really good question. That is a very, very, very good question we will have to see. I remember in his last race, Marco Alonso, I don't think he won the reverse grid race, but I think he got second or third in the reverse grid race as well. So Marco, I think, has got pretty good wheel-to-wheel skill, so we'll see how he gets on. As Maxime is having some problems, unfortunately, he is off. Luckily that's a safe rejoin there, so all is good with him. We'll stick with Farwell here as he's closing up on Cook and Wham for 5th place. Nice to see some kind of spreading out of the grid now. Hopefully we will get some stability within the coming laps and people can actually start to look on moves. And it looks like Cook and Worm has had a little off there. Gifting 5th place to Farwell. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. Marco was 2nd in the Orica in the reverse race. I remember he destroyed that first race in the Orica. He was very, very quick. He even ran the Prospect race that day and did quite well in that one as well. Despite having a bit of a dodgy rejoin that I think he got a penalty for, as Gonzulo's having a little bit of trouble around the back end of the circuit.
Lose position there? Oh, he does.
Yeah, luckily he can rejoin safely. He's got Boz coming up behind him now. What's Boz going to do? Is Boz going to go for the move here? Side by side. And that's nice and confident on the brakes there from Boz, capitalising on Gonzulo's misfortune, taking 12th place. Good job, Boz.
I would assume that Gonzulo probably has cooked tires right now, so
oh, yes.
overheating, so he had to be extra cautious there. Is he going into the pits?
If his car was,
he is going into the pits.
Yeah, maybe he's those tires have had enough. That's always the more crashing going down here as MC and Kartoska are having trouble down in 17th and 18th. Yeah, I definitely think we may have to have a streamlined penalty system for this race just to reduce the amount of time stewards will spend on it, unfortunately. Nucci and Cooking
seems like a lot of these are going to be pretty clear cut.
Yeah, to be honest, in Rookie Split they usually are. Kukuwem and Nucci have been trading
in a car
places
like
for a
this
while.
where it's so easy to lose it, it's just, well, you lost it and absolutely shunted the life out of the car in front of you, so...
I have some news from chat that apparently Marco hasn't practiced for the race and he's leading it. So tell Marco to practice and then he'll be like one of the quickest guys here because dude's got some crazy pace. I'm always jealous of guys who can just rock up with no practice and instantly be fast. I have to work to be fast. Alex V. Alex V, Namorite, Naughty Track and Shallow Water, all those guys.
They're scary.
Lowy, Jens, all of them. BK.
Oh, it's Golson that didn't practice.
Oh.
His actual name is Marco.
Oh, there we go then. Well,
that's funny.
I have to say, considering he didn't practice, Golson's doing a very good job in 10th place right now.
He's holding it together.
Yeah, Bobo and Washington.
I believe he's down from his qualifying position, but still not terrible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's survived. That's the biggest achievement I think anyone can take from this race. I was talking about survival. Pedro Oliveira makes his way back up into 14th. Pedro qualified really well, but was unfortunately involved in that opening scramble and put him well down to the pack as Moti getting on the grass again there.
Nuji's catching up to Gumi.
He is. Khan and Bunda were trading places in 17th and 18th. Let's see what
that
Nuji
turn
can
over
do.
the hill is so much fun.
I love that turn, especially in a Formula 1 car. It's really, really fun because it's just you're so on the edge of being flat, and it's just a really kind of exhilarating rush. I do like that corner. I do like this track. I have to say, I haven't experienced it much outside of a Formula 1 car.
Nuji loses it.
Oh, he's not lost too much time there. He'll be back on him by the end of the race, but he's now coming under pressure from Kuchenworm, who's looking very tidy in Fox's very clean livery. As Moti and Pedro Oliveira trading places, and Khan is off, unfortunately. That's a great shame for Khan. Let's see, let's rate his rejoin out of 10.
Very good.
It's going to be a 10 out of 10. Well done, Khan.
I mean, he's in a tricky spot. Someone had to take avoiding action around the outside, but overall, pretty good. Half the time I would expect someone to spin turn that in the middle of the apex, you know?
I did see plenty of that earlier today, but luckily Khan knows what he's doing. Gonzulo and Bobo are catching back up. Hope we see some action. Yeah, it was nice to see Khan race against today. Khan was one of the day one members of Charged. He was here right from the start, from the very first race we had. Almost a full year ago now. I believe he's been doing some ACC for the last couple months, but awesome to have him back racing with us today. Always lovely to have you, Khan. Thank you for rejoining us. Ooh, Gonzulo having a look at Bobo, but not quite getting it yet.
Ooh,
carrying some impressive speed, though.
Yeah,
wheel to wheel, they're touching wheels coming down the straight. Can he hang around the outside? He does, and I believe Gonzulo, if he can defend from the cutback, that was a very nice overtake from Gonzulo there.
It's a great little battle, this.
Absolutely, a nice little pack here, with Bundawar at the forefront of it.
See if
Cool.
Bundwa can defend a little bit better.
Of course, Khan having a lot of fans in the Charge chat as well. He's a very well-loved member of the community and glad to have him back. Unfortunately, it looks like he's in trouble again, though, maybe with Simon White. Godzilla is now moving on Bundwa as well with a very, very tidy move around the inside. Let's see if he can hold it off. Remember, going offline here in turn 1 is going to be slippery, but Bundwa has gone too deep. So, Gonzulo moving his way back up into 19.
Beautiful run from Gonzalo in that end of that last lap coming into this one. Oh, but Marco is catching the back markers now, so this is going to start to get really interesting soon.
We might see a very spicy end to this race. Marco Alonso is only leading by 2 seconds, so anything could change here. One mistake, one little tangle with a back marker, or even being held up, could give this win to sort. So let's see where we're going. I can maybe even get track radar up, and we can. Oh, it's not. It's counting for me because I'm in the pits, as Maxime is getting in more trouble as well, unfortunately. So we can't see where the other cars are, but I'm sure we'll be coming up to them very soon. Yeah, Marco Alonso's had a really tidy race. I don't think he's made a single mistake all race. He's looked very, very in control out there in the front. If Marco is going to race this again next week, he will almost certainly be in the pro split because I think he is definitely overqualified to race with the rookies.
It's definitely showing, but at the same time, how unpredictable these cars are, it's going to be really, really interesting to see if he can manage to get through the pack cleanly when he comes up to the back markers. Although there's not that much time left, so it depends on the pace of the guys in the back.
Also, it's worth counting that in the reverse grid race, that's where you see the drivers that have pace and the ones that are careful at working their way through traffic. Every single time, the drivers that always have pace and storm ahead in race 1 almost always find themselves in trouble in race 2 because they think they can just do the same, and they think it's going to be like racing against the AI and they're just going to peel out of your way. They really won't. Reverse grid races are often highly erratic and they reward patience. Apparently Simon White has run out of fuel. That's unfortunate for Simon. Fuel up and get back out there. Get ACRL fuel. You will never run out of fuel again. Gumi and Nuji are still going at it. These guys have been really at it for a good couple laps now. I'd love to see how this one ends up.
Of course, Nuji having a little bit of an off earlier, so let's see if you can manage to keep it together.
The slipstream really looking strong there, and Gumi fakes him out and really nicely takes the place there. I think he just made it look like he was sending it, and I think Nuji just outbroke himself a little bit too much. Nice move from Gumi there.
Nuji swerved a little bit too. I think he might have tried to take avoiding action a little bit too early there.
Yeah.
Oh, but he's coming back. He's not quite close enough. Oh, but he's got the slipstream now.
Oh, they're side by side.
Great run here.
Slipstream is very effective in these little cars, and Nuji is back through with another really good pass. Oh, Gumi getting really rough on the curb there, but he holds it together spectacularly. Great seeing these guys race. These are two drivers who I've seen, from what I've seen, I've been really impressed by them. I just haven't seen that much of them, so I'm really glad to see Gumi and Nuji having a good time today on the track, because they're coming up to the lapped Khan, who I'm sure will be absolutely no problem letting them through. Khan's an experienced racer.
I think Gumi was on the receiving end of probably about 70% of the punts in last weekend's race. So
oh man, I'm so
he didn't really get a
unlucky.
chance to show himself.
That's Khan moving offline, letting these guys continue their fight. Yeah, Gumi was very unlucky last week. I did see, quite unfortunately, some of the incidents that hit him. It's funny how there are certain people that just seem to be magnets towards punts, and it's really unfortunate because it's always the same people. It's like, oh no, it's so unlucky.
Yeah, and we try to like be like, no, Charged is cleaner than public lobbies, and it is, but for those people it's like, oh man, I hate it here or something, just because they seem to be on the receiving end of everything.
I have had to send a few messages to people being like, I'm really sorry you got killed so much today and you did absolutely nothing wrong. I promise it's not always like this. You were just unlucky multiple times. Please come back.
Yeah. There was a car dead on the track, it looked like there.
Is that Simon White? No, he's back out on track. He's just spun. He's looking okay.
Cold tires, maybe?
Gumi's dropped back a little bit from Nuji since their last exchange, but there's still time for him to catch up. Marco Alonso has increased his lead out the front. Maybe he's cut through the traffic a little bit better than Sort has. The gap is now up to 3 seconds. Let's see as he comes up on Finley McDonald.
Finley outbreaks himself.
Yeah,
interesting.
Nice car control from Marco there. He's sliding the car out the corner on exits. He looks very, very smooth and in control. I'm very impressed with Marco's driving today. These tyres are going to be wearing and getting a bit groany and old by the end of the lap too. So looks like Marco will be starting the final lap. Let's watch this battle between MC Gonzulo, Washing Machine, and Bundawar. They're all pretty damn close together, running in a big old train of 3.
And I would assume that this race would, or this lap would probably be the last one. If
This will be the
Marco's just
final
coming
lap,
along.
yes. Final lap at least for the leader, Marco Alonso, who's now just coming through turn 2. Surprisingly, not much on-track action, I have to say, after the crashes calmed down. I think everyone's just been trying to calm down. Oh, Jack of All Games says he will gift subs for a Gumi and Nuji interview. I will see what I can do. I will try and arrange that. I will try and arrange that, Jack of All Games. Thank you very much for supporting Charge on twitch.tv/ChargeSimRacing. Subscribe now.
Put on my shield voice.
Yeah. Also, if you have subscribed on Twitch, definitely let one of the senior staff know. You could let myself and Will know. We are moderators as well as the admins. We can give you the special donator role, which comes with special perks that I'm not allowed to tell you about. Anyway, let's go have a look at Marco Alonso as he comes into the final sector. Unfortunately, it looks like the action is kind of quieting down. I think everyone's just been bringing the cars home, which is a smart thing to do. You don't want to have any more crashes. Almost there. And it is going to be 2 for 2 for Marco Alonso as he manages to avoid a stricken car coming into the final corner. And a fantastic win in the feature race from Marco Alonso in only his second race at Charged. As impressive as his first one. I look very forward to seeing him in the reverse grid race. I'm sure he can repeat that feat. Sort takes a fantastic second place ahead of Hypnotic, who is coming around the final corner now. And then there's a big
Hypnotic
gap to
did make
Ian.
it past Ehan. It's a
Yes,
shame we missed
yeah.
that.
Big gap to Hypnotic, and then Ian is in 4th place, followed by Farwell, who's got a very impressive result today. Nuji taking 6th place, and Gumi with a really, really strong 7th. Good result for him. I'll see if I can get him an interview. Camo JG rounds up the top 10. I know Camo had some apprehension about his running today, and he did a really, really good job. That is Maxim is stuck in the pits. Please don't do that.
Oh my.
That was scary.
My.
Alex Kukenworm and Charles-Francois will round up the top 10. An action-packed and pretty scary race at times, but very well done. I'm going to see if I can grab Gumi for the chat.
Gumi is not in the voice chat.
He's not in the voice chat. I think he does streams, so that might be why.
Hmm.
Hang on, I'm just...
Neither is Nuji, huh? Unless Nuji's name is different, but...
Nuji's is Anuji, I believe, on... Let me see.
He's not in the... Neither of them are in the voice chat.
Neither of them are in the voice chat, so unfortunately I can't do anything about that. I would love to have them both. Maybe after the race
Jack
we'll see
of
if
all
we can get
games
them.
says he can get them for us.
Oh, you can get them for you. Oh, yes. Yes, please. Tell them if they can, join the interviews 1. If not, tell them just to join voice chat and I'll move them into interviews 1. Let's put
Just an
ourselves back
absolutely
in.
beautiful battle between the two of them.
Oh, look at this just car graveyard.
Oh, jeez. people have got to be a little bit more considerate when slamming in down like that. Oh, they're both here. What's up, boys?
Oh, fantastic. Great racing from you two today. Fantastic battle. How do you feel?
This was definitely a good race. I mean, I didn't get hit as much as I did in the previous races, which is nice. And I'm happy with my position. Yeah.
We were talking about how unlucky you were last week and how you were just on the receiving end of so many punts and so much bad driving, and it was just like, oh no, sometimes there is just one person who just gets it, and then unfortunately it was you last week, Gumi. But do you think that open wheelers are kind of suit you more, you're kind of stronger in, because you had a really, really good performance today?
I had a lot of practice for this race, because at first I don't think I was very good with open wheelers, but now I'm pretty used to it, so I think these are definitely the cars I prefer now.
Fantastic. And you and Nuji had a great battle in that race. How was it going back and forth with each other? It seemed like you were both kind of giving each other plenty of room and racing with respect. I saw some great moves from both of you.
Yeah, it was really fun. That was a really good battle.
I have to say, Jack of All Games has gifted, I believe, 5 Tier 1 subs to the stream for getting you guys on interview. So thank you very much for helping us out on those 5 subscriptions. Thank you so much, Jack of All Games, for gifting those. Great racing, guys. I wish you all the best in race 2. We'll send you back now so you can get ready. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My Discord is closed. Okay, there we go. They've gone back. Thanks, Will. Anyway, thank you so much, Jack of all games. That is amazing. We really cannot thank you enough for helping supporting Charged. I am just gonna mute us for a sec, save the replay from this race, and I'll see you guys in a sec. And welcome back. We are back here, ready for the restart of race 2. I have saved the replay, so rookies, do not fear. You will be able to review all those punts from the last race with the hand of my replay. What were you just saying there, Will, before we came back on live?
I was just saying that I was really impressed with Boz's performance. I feel like he was another person last week who was on the receiving end of a lot of drama, but it was a really good opportunity in that last race for him to show how well he can make moves and how good he is at keeping it clean. I thought he did a really great job running through the pack a little bit.
Yeah, I thought so too. Again, he might be a driver who's just more at home in open wheelers. I know a lot of Simon White is on pole but has no fuel. In that case, Simon, I would recommend maybe getting out the way at the start and then just bringing it home to the pits and getting some fuel so you can continue the race, because it's going to get messy, I almost guarantee. But yeah, I know a lot of sim racers get interested in sim racing by doing things like Formula One games, and then when you go from driving Formula One cars that are like the fastest, most insane grip downforce machines on earth to driving, touring cars or little pudgy little GTs, it can be a real culture shock. So seeing some guys just adapt to open wheelers really works. And we have Jens is somehow in the race as well. I don't know. Maybe if Zyph is here, we could tell Jens to join the pro split, or maybe he's just watching. I don't know if he's just watching. I prefer him to watch the Twitch stream. But yeah, maybe Zyph, if you're here, could you tell Jens to join the pro split? He's far too good to be in this race. But yeah, with 2 minutes to go, I'm sure everyone's just getting calm.
Let's see some predictions in chat for what's gonna happen. How many cars dead in the first lap here? It seemed to be pretty remarkably messy in the first race. Oh, could you share your screen again also?
Sorry, well, I'm just trying to sort something else out. Yeah, I'll get that back for you, my apologies. The absolute sheer logistics of organising commentary for something like this is insane. There are so many moving parts and cogs that you have to just constantly keep spinning like plates. Luckily, we have 2 minutes left to the start of the race, so all is good.
I honestly think Simon White might have a good chance of holding a decent position if he can get away clean in the first lap and not get involved in the inevitable smash fest that is going to happen in that corner. He might have a lot of time to get into the pits, splash, and then dash,
Yeah, it depends. If the crash happens behind him, or if the crash happens involving him, that's always going to be the deciding factor.
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm saying. If he can get away
Yeah.
clean, then he should be able to make up some decent positions here.
Yeah, if the cars in second and third take out everyone behind them, Simon White could win this. So it's up to you, Simon. I would say just go really wide at turn one, let everyone through, and then just go to the pits and refuel. But yeah, I was predicting earlier we very possibly will see the biggest crash we've ever seen in Charged today. I think it was somewhere between 12 and 15 cars at the Radical Race at Picnicky, the reverse grid. We may top that today.
I think it's a very high chance that record gets absolutely smashed.
Okay, I have some information here. Apparently, Gumi says that he doesn't get honey buns if he doesn't win, so he needs to win this if he wants a honey bun. We talking regular or iced honey bun? Because if it isn't iced, I don't want it. Anyway, let's go. We have 3 lights, 4, 5, and 6. What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm scared.
And
we
lights
are
out
away.
and away we go.
And it's already, the crash has already happened.
Oh no! They didn't even get off the line. Oh,
How did that happen? Unfortunately, that's balls involved. The crash happened before the turn even started. Now we're at the turn. Finley McDonald is wide. There's been another crash.
Oh no!
I'm trying to be professional, but I can't. It's pretty funny. I don't know how that happened, but everyone's away.
It looked
Simon
like
White
someone got
in the lead.
it looked like someone got really overzealous, dumped the clutch and floored it, and then just immediately oversteered into the car next to them.
That
If
was
that was
absurd.
intentional, that was horrific. But
That was
if that was
absolutely
just a mess
absurd.
up, then oh man.
Simon is still holding on as Maxime is chasing him down now, and Maxime just murders
no.
Simon White. Maxime is off, and he seems to have just stopped. I'm not sure what's
Now
happening
Finley
with Maxime.
McDonald
He's
running away with it.
Maxime is reversing. I have no idea
Simon
what's happened.
White
I think
resets
he's
to the pits.
no. I have no idea what's happening. Maxime, I don't know what he did there. He seems to just stop. I think he's waiting for Simon to let him back through, but that's very dangerous. You can wait for someone if you're clear in clear air, but that's a very clear violation of chargers rules, as I believe that's... Oh my god, Marco Alonso is off, unfortunately. Marco up to 5th already before that crash. Hypnotic is now in the lead, and I believe he will stay there. Oh, Jesus Christ, that was a chaotic first lap. I have no idea how somehow Marco Alonso made his way up all the way up to the top 5 before being involved in some kind of murder.
If Marco Alonso can't make up some good positions, Hypnotic might be on for a win here.
And there are just still crashes happening. I cannot believe it. Do you remember where Hypnotic finished in the first race, Will?
He finished in 3rd.
He finished in 3rd. Oh, for the mini championship, that might be game set match for Hypnotic then, unless Marco Alonso can have a serious comeback. There's so much happening. I remember Sort was 2nd in the last race. He drove very, very well, and he's currently in 10th. Done a pretty good job of avoiding all the early chaos, but he's currently locking up his brakes here. Just hanging it around the outside.
Nice safe move.
And Gumi is back up to 8th place already. He seems to have avoided the chaos as well. Come on, Gumi, if you win, you get that honey bun. And Toaster has clipped massive pile-up before T1.
Before turn 1. We were all guessing that was going to happen at turn 1, but someone just either was very angry at the person next to them or just got way too antsy coming off the line.
Elmo just informed me that 71 people watched that pile-up live. That is the most people we've ever had on a charge stream watching the biggest crash ever in a charge stream, so I'm almost kind of proud of that.
Oh,
There's a
Nuji
great
disconnected.
pack of cars here. Oh, Nuji disconnected. Gumi goes a little bit too deep into the chicane, but he's working his way through. Huge train of cars here, and I believe that's Cookenworm is having some real trouble. My mouse is not working. Cookenworm has dropped back a few places. What's he up to now?
Ihan making up some good positions here as well.
Cookenworm really hurt by that crash. There's so much movement here, I could barely keep up with it. Golson at the back of this, well, in kind of the middle of a humongous train of cars there, of course. With the reverse grid races, you've got the slower guys moving forwards and the faster guys moving their way up through the grid. And they have to work their way through the slower guys, but without killing them, which is always the hard part. Golson doing a pretty good job in 4th place, though. Golson has definitely shown himself to have some pace in the, in the 3 or 4 weeks we've seen him racing him. Yeah, Gumi as well up to P5 already. So that honey bun might be on as Gumi's setting up a move here on Golson. I don't believe it. He's got a really great exit and really
Gumi's
carrying some straight line
everybody.
speed here. Yeah, maybe Gumi's got some low downforce setup here that's really working for him on the straights, but it's a very clean move from Gumi up into 4th place. Golson's coming back at him, but I think he should hold him off into turn 2. Renrupt76, the architect of this cursed event, is in the chat saying he wants to show everyone that these guys could handle challenging cars. I'm going to fully assign blame and say that it was entirely his idea to run this car. I don't like it personally. Well,
it's been a joy to watch, I guess. Oh no, Gumi scrubs wide and loses 2 positions for it.
Oh, that's a shame how the Gumi can get back on that. Well, they can't. Oh no!
Gumi just absolutely murders Charles Francois.
Oh no, that's gonna take some unpacking. Well, they can't all be winners. Hopefully, I don't know if Gumi's honey bun is dependent on him getting penalties from the stewards, as MC and Ihan are off again. Unfortunately, more chaos at the back. Maxime is all the way down in 22nd. I don't know what happened to him. Him and Simon White went from being first to second to last and second to last, unfortunately.
M. Alonso back up into 6th. He's right behind Gumi now.
Oh yeah, Marco Alonso is really going to be motoring. The gap to first place is not insurmountable. Marco with a very, very clean move on the outside of Gumi there. He's probably going to get a better run out of the final corner. I imagine Gumi's just going to let him go. He's just going to be like, yeah, no point battling this dude, he's too quick. If I follow him, we can carve way up through the grid. But Gumi's going for it, I believe. They're side by side.
Gumi's definitely got the low downforce set up here.
Absolutely, his straight line speed is really, really advantageous today. And Gumi very capably holding the position back. A little bit deep on exit though. But that'll be, yeah, Marco with the cut back there. That was a very smart move. He's working his way through. Hypnotic has managed to build up a 4-second lead from Camo JG, who's doing a great job in second place. So anything could happen here. Sorry. And Marco
wow, what
Alonso,
a run from Marco.
Oh, he's really in control. Marco is too good for the rookie split. We need to definitely give this man a pro roll for next week. He's made his way up into 4th place. He's now about 12 seconds back from Hypnotic. That could absolutely be a win. If Marco really gets a move on, he could definitely catch Hypnotic up. Or if Hypnotic gets into any kind of trouble. But it's interesting today how the really fast guys and the guys that, you know, are definitely where it's at have managed to work their way through the grid really, really quickly here. You know, these
Charlie Hand's still holding on to it. I think he was way in the back in the first race, so
yeah, I think maybe
managed to keep his nose clean.
I think maybe Charlie had some problems with the sheer amount of traffic in the first race, and now you know, things have spread out a little bit. As there's a Simon White, I believe, is off, but it is interesting seeing the guys that just know how to avoid trouble. They know when to lift off, they know when to back out, they know how to avoid someone that looks like a bit of a hazard, and they always find their way through to the front of the grid. And Hypnotic setting damn good lap times as well in this race as well. I think he knows he hasn't got to push it. He's got a decent enough lead. Let's see what kind of lap time is Marco Alonso doing. Hypnotic was doing a 35. That's a 33.9 from Marco
he's
Alonso.
On a charge right now.
He needs to sustain that pace. A charge and charged. He's got to sustain that pace the rest of the race there if he wants to cap Hypnotic, but it absolutely could happen.
It seemed like his tires really fell off at the end of the last race, so he's got to make up the ground here if he's pushing at that pace the whole time.
Yeah, tyres don't last forever here. And there's a huge train here, the Gumi train, with Gumi 93 at the front, followed by Golson and Sort. These guys are really going to be hungry to get these places. Sort with a really nice little cutback. Yeah, can he hold it around the outside going into turn 3? This is going to be close. Oh, Golson! Golson with a really late move. That was a really late cover off from Golson there, and it hasn't paid off. As Sort has managed to remain his composure and get that place back up into 6th. That was a scary looking move.
I saw it.
Yeah, scary little defense from Golson there, but luckily no one came off too bad from it. I believe it is Farwell next to is coming up on Golson. Let's see what he can do. Simon White is heartbroken, unfortunately, due to his misfortune. Unfortunately,
he almost made it to the pits, but then got murdered
by Maxime. Unfortunately. Farwell now makes the move on Golson, but he doesn't quite get the run. He's going to have another stab in a couple of corners' time.
Gets a decent line. Can he get a nice run? He's taking the wide entry here. I believe he's going to be in the slipstream here.
That's close enough. These cars have incredible slipstream. Those huge shovel rear wings. That's an incredible overspeed from the slipstream there. It's almost like having DRS. As Farwell gets the move. Probably pretty cleanly done on Golson if he doesn't run a bit wide on exit. That's a nice move. Oh, Golson! Getting a big slide on there, letting Charles Francois through, but luckily he held it together. Marco Alonso is now all the way up onto Charlie Hand's 55.
Nice and tidy through there, a little bit of curb riding, but manages to keep it together.
Do you know, Will, if anyone runs the 55 in NASCAR? Because I think I see a lot of 55s, and I think they can't all be Carlos Sainz. Well, Marco Alonso, fantastic car control there, as putting himself into a little bit of a slide, but catching it brilliantly. That would have caught a lot of other drivers out. But yeah, do you know if anyone else runs the 55 other than Carlos Sainz? As Charlie Hands is off.
Oh my. Charlie Hands could not handle the pressure.
Now this could be dangerous. Oh no, that's a bad rejoin. And Charlie is just goose the throttle and put it round. Oh, no, he's
no,
reversing onto the
no.
track.
Oh!
That is... I cannot
That is
believe he didn't hit
really
anyone,
bad.
but that is a absolutely cataclysmic set of rejoins from Charlie Hands 55
Oh
there.
my.
You are absolutely going to be seen to by the stewards because of that. That is not in our code of conduct for racing in Charge. You cannot reverse onto the track like that. That will be...
That was so
Yeah.
scary.
If you're watching the stream back, Charlie Hands, please read the racing rules section before next week. Anyway, Marco
Very
Alonso.
lucky for the guys coming up.
Marco Alonso is up into third place, and he's currently lapping at the pace to get that lead. I think he needs to kind of bring it down by about 1.5 seconds a lap, and he's currently managing it. He very well, if he can get past Camo JG, could be on for a double victory here today. And that really would be astounding. Yeah, I think Marco Alonso, next time you see him, it will be in a pro split race. But yeah,
Boz making it up into 10th from being backwards on the grid in the start. That's good for him.
Yeah, Boz has been holding it together. But that reversing onto the track rejoin, it was absolutely no waiting. That was really quite bad. Please don't do that. Please just
My
don't do
heart
that.
drops for the people flying up on that.
I
but,
know.
Oh god, it's a lot.
That's Eon Nab's top 10 from Boz after Boz gets a little bit wide.
He's got a great run here.
Ooh, side by side.
Golson
Not quite close
dropping
enough,
back
though.
pretty hard. What's going on with Golson?
I think Golson just hasn't done any practice, from what I was told in the chat. He's been driving pretty well, holding it together. Omelon Fox says, remember... Oh, I believe it's just regular Fox. Says, remember the Christmas special? The Christmas special was crashing on purpose, as Bobo looks to be in trouble. Oh, no. Oh, no, and Bobo is off.
Rip Bobo.
And let's see... And that is how you rejoin the racetrack safely. Congratulations to Bobo. Camo JG setting a good lap time, but Marco Alonso is just burning the lap times with a 1:33.6. That's almost qualifying pace from Marco Alonso there, with race fuel and tyres that have seen a good 12 minutes of racing. You know, these Formula Agile tyres don't last forever, so Marco is really showing his prowess here today.
An insane charge from him. He was off the track at one point too in the first lap. He's
I
dropped back to like
know.
14th position.
I can't believe it. But yeah, I have to say, I think all the top four here are really, really showing themselves to be really just good, competent drivers. I'm very impressed with Hypnotic today. I think he's definitely going to be a shoo-in for a future pro role, as is Camo JG. Haven't seen him since the BMW race, but he's having a fantastic return. And Marco Alonso, this is the second time I've seen him race, and he's just been the class of the field both times. So definitely going to be some
making moves
guys.
on Gumi now. It looks like he's catching up to him.
Definitely going to be some guys earning themselves a permanent pro status after today's race, I believe.
And Charles Francois also managed a good recovery drive after getting sent to the Shadow Realm by Gumi. Gumi said, "Let me introduce you to my good friend Barry R."
Oh my god. I don't think Gumi's going to get his honey bun by finishing 5th, but I think he should still be really proud of himself for having a good race. Apart from that one little punterino, but you know, everyone makes mistakes.
He finished 5th in the first race. I think he did, right?
Possibly.
It
Might
was
have been
5th or
6th.
6th, I think, but good result from him today.
Pedro Oliveira is fighting with Charles Francois here. Lots of good wheel-to-wheel action today. I think this car is so dinky, it does fit on the track. You can kind of run side by side with them without too much trouble.
It's just that it's so sketchy that one little mistake and you're both dead.
And several cars behind you.
Yeah.
Who's going to brake latest? It looks like Pedro goes really deep into the corner. Can he hold it together on the exit? And he does. It's a very nice overtake from Pedro. Oh, he gets a big slide on, though. That's going to put the pressure right back on Charles Francois going into turn 2. Oh, Pedro almost Max Verstappen's Charles Francois there. We're going too deep into turn 2. That turn is downhill and off camber. You really have to go into it slower than you think.
They both managed to keep it together. Good respect shown between these guys here. This is a neat little camera angle.
This is the throwback mid-90s camera, onboard camera angle. Before T-cams were a thing.
Boz is still fighting with Golson.
Yeah, we'll go watch that. That appears to be the closest battle on track right now. Golson has Raj's face on the back of his rear wing. Just a little bit of a distraction. Was Boz going very
Inspire some
deep?
fear in those behind. Oh, that's a little bit far out to make it look, but Boz makes it through clean.
It's very funny hearing the brakes squeak on this car like a kind of a like a bit like a 20-year-old Ford Focus, but it's actually a purpose-built race machine. As Maxime has disconnected, that's a shame for Maxime. It looks like he just got in trouble in the race, as Finley McDonald appears to be in trouble too.
Seems like Simon White is not going to finish in last. He should go out and put in a few more laps and he might get another position from
Might be
Maxime.
too late. As Finley McDonald, I assume, going wide there just to let the leading cars through without distraction. Gumi and Farwell, who are currently in the middle of a big old battle. And Simon has disconnected too, unfortunately. That's a shame for Simon. I have to say, two DNFs from this combo is out of 25 or so drivers is not bad. I'm pretty happy with that, I have to say. This was less attrition than I thought today. I think everyone's just been sensible, and generally, apart from the kind of unavoidable crashes, I think everyone's done a pretty good job. I'm actually surprisingly impressed today. Ian and Charles-Francois are getting close together. Let's see what they can be up to. But who knows? I might have missed all the crashes. We'll find out.
I think we saw the main one, which was quite jarring to watch. I think we should. Oh,
Ian getting really close. Marco Alonso is past Sort for third place. Oh, hang on. No, he must have. Marco must have had an accident. Something must have happened. Marco must have dropped back because he was well in second and he was within 10 seconds of Hypnotic in first place, but he must have had some kind of problem and dropped right back. So Marco is now fighting Sort here.
And as it stands right now, too, Marco and Hypnotic are tied for the
win. So Marco's fighting for that first place today if he can hold off Sort. I think Camo JG is a little too far back for him now, but if he can hold off Sort, he will take that tied win. Same with Hypnotic. If he can hang on and take that dub in the reverse grid race, he will tie Marco. But if he has any mistake and lets Camo JG take the win in the reverse grid race, he will lose the overall event. Shocking.
We should have a shootout.
Yeah, these guys are all crazy close in quality.
Marco qualified first, so that
he did
would put him over.
Well, we don't have points for pole in charge.
Has this ever happened before?
Yeah, several times actually. Yeah, when that happens, for example, in the reverse grid race, if a driver has identical results, they just share the position. For example, if you get first and the third, and somebody else gets first and the third, you just share the win. It means you both win. Pedro Oliveira. Oh, Farwell is off.
Oh.
And luckily, Farwell has plenty of space to rejoin safely. Pedro Oliveira is fighting with Gumi.
Well.
Yeah, I believe there might have been a little bit of a tangle there, and Pedro Oliveira just managed to get through. Sort is closing in on Marco Alonso, though. Maybe Marco's tyres are starting to go. As Hypnotic is now setting the lap the pace with a really good 34.1. That's almost up there with Marco's blistering best laps. Gonzalo and Kukenworm battling. Gonzalo looks to be fighting the tyres a little bit. Let's see if Sort can bring that 2 seconds down. He could deny Marco a win today. He's matching his pace pretty much.
Marco is pretty lucky there that he didn't give Sort the slipstream because it's been very powerful today on that main straight.
I do have an important update. Apparently, Gumi gets his honey bun, but he has to either beat Marco Alonso or get second if Marco Alonso is in first. What if Marco Alonso is in third? Where does Gumi have to finish? Is sixth good enough? Give Gumi his honey bun.
Yeah,
don't deny my man.
I think Gumi's had a good day today, so I think he's deserving of a honey bun.
I think he deserves a honey bun too, yeah.
Someone should get in the DMs of Sot and tell him that there's a honey bun on the line. They should take one for the team.
I imagine we will have one more lap after this one, as Hypnotic is just gearing up in the final sector to start the final race. Apparently, I can't pronounce your name, SH7 Rojero has 4 mates driving in the rookie split today. Thank you so much for having your friends drive with us. Look forward to racing with you in the future. 73 people watching on Twitch. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining Will and myself tonight. Very, very grateful to have you. Make sure you stick around because we always get more viewers for the rookie split than we do the pro split. Make sure you stick around. We have a whole nother hour of racing coming after this with the pro split race, and it's going to be super exciting today.
I think after this race, we should go back and take a nice deep look at that starting grid fiasco. You should save the replay and load that up. I really want to get another look at that.
We can have a little
I just
brief review for the memes.
we could do that during the B split practice.
Yeah, at the start of
because
practice.
that was just absolutely bananas. I have no idea what happened.
We will find out. Was Hypnotic was a little bit deep on the final lap. Don't blow it now, man. Oh my god, we had 75 viewers there for a minute. There's been some more crashing at the back. I believe that's Cook and Worm and Kartoska have been involved in another little
Gumi's
crash
catching
there.
up to Pedro.
He is. Let's see.
He knows that that honey bun is on the line. He's making a mad dash on the final lap.
Just follow Hypnotic for the last few corners. We'll catch these guys as they finish. Ren is correct. It is getting the views. Oh, yeah,
It's been
great.
quite an interesting day of racing so far.
Well, it's
course,
barely begun. We still got more than
we
half
still
of
have
it
two
to
more.
come. But I'm really impressed with Hypnotic today, I have to say. I think, being able to survive both races in this, drive without crashing, he's got really good pace. I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot more of Hypnotic, hopefully in the Pro Split very, very soon. And Hypnotic is going to take victory in the reverse grid race. A fantastic drive. He worked his way through the grid brilliantly, and that is, if Marco Alonso finishes third, which he is very likely to do, going to mean they share the win today, pending of course any involvement from Dog the Bounty Punter and the stewarding team. Looks like we are going to have a shared victory today. Great driving from these guys. Camo JG with a great drive as well, finishing in second place. He was really anxious about being able to handle this car today, and I think he really rose to the challenge. Sort with a great fourth place. Another new driver who's really impressed me today. Pedro Oliveira as well, keeping it clean, having a good result. And Gumi, I don't know if it's good enough for a honey bun, but I think he did a great job today, taking up 6th. Ian and Farwell bringing up in 7th and 8th. Charles Francois, again another decent start for a new member, in 9th, and Boz with a definitely well-deserved top 10. I think he did a great job today. This was a tough combo, but I was really impressed with Boz's driving today.
He's really getting a lot better at keeping his nose clean throughout races. I would love to see him in Pro Split soon.
Kartoska is off again, and that might be it for him. I don't know if he's going to finish the race. I'm just trying to see who's still finishing the track, as Finley McDonald is unfortunately having some trouble as well.
At least he lets those guys pass.
Just waiting for everyone to get over the line so I can save the replay, and then we will have a review of the start of the race, very briefly. Pro Split will be getting underway any second, so we will have to be nice and quick. I don't want to miss too much of practice. I think Kartoska has had enough. I don't think he's going to finish the race. He's very probably run out of fuel. And I believe that is it, with Finley McDonald crossing the line, and there is just a mass of cars here. It's just a complete... Oh my god, it's Finley McDonald! Just steamrolls into the parked cars. I don't know if that was on purpose or not.
To the International Space Station right there.
Okay, and I believe we are done. Let's go and... I believe that's Mero de Barra's livery, and he might have picked that up because the liveries are automatically assigned. Let's go have a look at the... boot that start up again real quick. We'll try and get through it pretty quickly, Will. This would have been a good time to have the meme soundboard back, but unfortunately that has been... Finley apparently tried braking. This would be a good time to have the meme soundboard back, but that has unfortunately gone forever.
I'm so blown away.
Shout out to the still 72 viewers on Twitch. Thank you, everyone. Go ahead, Will. Sorry.
I just really need to see this again. I don't know who it was, but I think it was Charlie Hand. It was one of the yellow cars in the middle of the grid that just got absolutely steered into.
You know what, Will? I promise you, this is going to be even stupider than we probably think it is. Okay, let's see what happened.
Who is that?
I don't
Is that
know.
Boz? Wait, was that even... Go get a close-up. Was that even oversteer?
Let's have a look. Who was that? It was Bundawa. Oh no.
Bundawa
It was poor Bundawa. Let's try and find him.
Was he spinning the wheels? What?
Oh no, I think he just dropped it. Okay, let's...
Just absolutely dumping the clutch.
Oh no. Let's free cam this. Hang on. Whoop, I'm clipping into the world. Let's have a little mini review. Let's see what happened from here on. Here we go.
Play it in slow motion, please.
I will do. Hang on. If I had some non-copyright orchestral music to play, I would, but I don't think we have that now. So unfortunately, yep, he just completely dumped it, and then see a couple people
He's
had.
on the brakes. It looked like he was trying to stop it, but he
Oh
was just a
no!
passenger at that point. Poor washing
Luckily,
machine.
Gonzuto managed to miss the carnage, though. Although there's already another crash happening down here between Boz, Pedro, and oh my
Oh, and
word!
Charles got decapitated right there by the front wing.
Oh
Oh my
god!
lord. Oh my god, who is that in Fox's livery actually flying over Boss's car?
Look at
Oh my
look here!
god.
Look at these two!
What on earth?
That's Camo JG. Camo JG was involved in that, and he finished second place. Incredible recovery from Camo JG to come back. Look at these just stricken cars everywhere. Let's watch that
Oh
full
my
speed.
lord. That surely would be a broken neck.
Good thing these are virtual cars, otherwise they would have
Yeah.
halos. Okay, let's go back to the pro split session, which is now
Wow.
filling up. I tell you what, I will wait another minute or so. Hang on, what am I doing? I will wait another minute or so before we.
Should we bring Camo JG down for an interview?
Oh yes, if you can bring him here, Will, I would love that. Thank you. So I've been so distracted. Also, if we can get the winner of the race as well. I can't remember his name. Sorry. Pro
It was
streamer.
hypnotic.
Hypnotic. Yeah, bring him in as well if we can as well.
How do I can't scroll while I'm dragging somebody. I'll just drag him there and there. Camo JG, welcome to the interview booth.
Camo. Great
So
driving.
in that reverse grid race, it seemed like there was quite a bit of drama off the start. But you managed to make it through even after a car landed on top of you and finished second place. How did that feel for you?
Somewhere in my computer, there is the best advertisement for the Halo in human history.
We just saw it on the stream. We watched it in slow motion. It was absurd.
Oh, I can't wait to go back and see that.
Somebody clipped the giant crash at the start of the race as well, so you get to see it many, many times.
I was reaching away to my keyboard to clip like 3 different things of the start. It was just so crazy.
Yeah, so we found out that Bundewa just dumped the clutch full throttle and just completely oversteered into the car next to him, and then led to what you just charged through.
Yeah,
Well,
I got a fairly decent start myself. My first race start was better, but I went to bin that in turn 1. So I got away pretty good. I saw some drama up ahead and figured, well, here it is. It's going to kick off now, and I'm out. And you saw it on the stream in super slow motion. Cars are landing on top of me, in front of me. Death is happening behind me, and next thing you know, I'm the like the second to last car, still pointing forward, heading into turn 1. The whole pack's gone. So I'm like, well, it's going to be Donington all over again. People are going to crash. I'll just let it come back to me. And then there's a whole gaggle in front of me that I managed to get through. People are still spearing off throughout the entire lap, and I was well and truly awake during that whole thing, dodging cars left and right. But it was great fun looking back on it.
That's what we like to say. I have to say, I was really impressed with your driving today. I think if you're going to race with us again, I'm going to lobby hard to get you a pro split license and have you race with us in the pros, because I think you did a really fantastic job today. You know, both races doing really, really well. It's not the easiest car, and you kept your head while everyone else was losing theirs around you.
Kept his head. If it was real life, he would have lost it. But...
Yeah, that's very true.
I would have lost about everything from the shoulders up, but
I tell you what, how did it feel when you had Marco Alonso, who's so quick, absolutely hounding you down?
Oh, he was ballistic in the second race.
He dropped back a little bit. I guess you must have just unclenched and relaxed a little bit then.
Yeah, after about like the first lap, I'm on the pit straight. I just hit my key to clip the last minute for shadow play, and I look at my relative and I said out loud, "I'm P3." There was lots of death and destruction, but I didn't think it was that much to where I could go from 12th to 3rd after, surviving death itself. But I was like, oh, I'm P3. I'm catching Alonso, who's right in front of me. I need to not screw this up because I want to stay where I am. Eventually, the gap opened on the pit straight. I was able to make that move down the inside, which I was quite proud of. That was one of my better moves. And then after that, it was kind of just run away for the next few laps, try to get a gap on him, and then After that, I kind of had a brief few laps of just relaxing, not screwing up, not doing what I did in the first race, keeping it in between the lines, and just apexes and exits. And then he started catching up. My crew chief said we have to push if we're going to keep the position. So I thought, well, it's hammer time now. So I got on it. I think I set a purple lap and then a few PBs, but he was still gaining on me. And I think was he in a fight with somebody else? I can't remember his name right now.
I believe the Hypnotics who won. I believe he was trying to chase down, but I think yeah, that was what got him caught up. Marco was involved in a crash when he was working his way through the field as well, and that's initially what dropped him down because he was all the way up to 5th, I think, after the first lap.
Yeah, he was up into 7th and then dropped back down to I think 12th or 14th place, and then still managed to come back up at you. He ended up finishing 3rd behind you, but it was insane the recovery drive that man did. He was
Oh
absolutely
yeah,
flying today.
like I said, he's just ballistic. I don't know where he came from, but he was gaining on me big time, and I had to put 11 tenths of my effort into going fast just to keep a gap on him, and I was catching up with Hypnotic the whole time. So I figured it's either going to be I'm gonna get dusted by Alonso behind, or I'm gonna catch Hypnotic, and this is gonna be a three-way battle. I'm glad it wasn't a three-way battle because I probably would have just ran out of talent and spun off the track, but I'm pretty happy with my ability to keep it consistent. Got all the spins out of my system in the first race, but I mean, first podium in charge. There's not much to complain about.
Yeah, definitely very, very well earned. I can't remember what happened in the BMW race to you. Were you destroyed in that because you were in the split that I wasn't commentating on?
In the first race of the Donington Weekly, I had my qualifying fuel load in, or no, it wasn't my qualifying fuel load. It was my practice race fuel load, so I had half the gas that I needed to.
Oh,
And
that's
I
such
think
a
I started
shame.
P5. I was P2 or 3 at the end of the first lap, dove into the pits, and came all the way back around to finish
Oh, that's
7th.
such a shame. Well, thank you so much for joining us in the commentary booth today, Camo. Great driving today. I'm definitely sure we'll see you in the Pro Split next week because you really, really drove spectacularly today. I have to cut off here and say thank you so much to Goomy for subscribing with Prime on twitch.tv/ChargeSimRacing. Really, really
Thanks,
appreciate
Goomy.
your support, Goomy. Thanks for bringing your friends to the chat as well. We really love having you here. Can't wait to see you next time round. Thank you so much, Camo, for joining us. We'll send you back now. Will, can you try and get Hypnotics in if he's around, please?
Thanks for having me.
I'll see if he's around.
Yeah, I want to congratulate him. Unfortunately, Goomy's not getting a honey bun. That's not fair. Justice for Goomy. He needs to get his honey bun. I think you deserve one today. Which honey bun is it? Because that makes all the difference. I'm going to see if we can get Hypnotics in, who, pending any steward's involvement, should be your joint winner for Rookie Split today. Well,
He
waiting for
is
that.
in the chat, but he's not in the voice channel.
Oh, okay. See if
I just messaged him.
Yeah, just get him to join in. While we're doing that, I have a big surprise today. We have Jens Pietzma is joining us here today. Now this is going to make this race interesting, of course. Jens is incredibly fast, severe alien pace, and I know he likes his open wheelers, so this is going to really, really hot up the Pro Split today with Jens driving. I think all the front runners just clenched a little bit tighter now, knowing that he's here. Jens races occasionally in charge. It's always nice to have him. He's always welcome. It's always a pleasure to have him here, but with his pace today, that's going to be really, really exciting to see how he gets on at the front with all the other guys. Meredith Berra is also making his first appearance in Pro Split. We have a little bit of a different way of doing it this week to how we've normally done it with Rookie and Pro Split. We had quite a low initial turnout for Pro Split today because we had the 6 hours of Watkins Glen this week and we had the charged RSO1 Championship on Friday. So a lot of the pro guys had 2 races already this week and were kind of tired and didn't really have much time to practice. And it's quite a demanding task really to wrestle this car around. So a lot of the drivers who've been here for a couple of weeks now in the Rookie Split and have been generally pretty competent have been invited to join us in the Pro Split today. That's why we're calling it Split B rather than Split A, but we now have a pretty stacked grid in both splits and a lot of it's going to be a great opportunity for a lot of these drivers who have been stepping up from Rookie to sorry, a lot of drivers who've been stepping up from rookie into pro for the first time going to get a real good opportunity to show us their skills in a more safe and trusting environment, not so many wild crashes. As I say
We've got
that,
Hypnotic here.
oh, a Hypnotic! Congratulations on your fantastic results today. I believe you got a third in race 1 and a win in the reverse grid race. Pending any involvement from the stewards, you might be the joint overall winner today with Marco Alonso, and he's incredibly fast, so very well done. How do you feel?
Thanks. I feel very happy. It's my like fifth or sixth race in multiplayer.
Really?
So, yes, but I've played a lot of Formula One series, you know.
Yeah, I can
So-
absolutely tell. Yeah, you were really, really good on the track today. I was very impressed and kind of pleased with your experience and your clean racecraft. You were consistent. You weren't falling into any kind of obvious or silly mistakes. So, do you plan on racing more at Charge with us here, or was it just this event that excited you?
Yeah, yes, it's a really nice community. People here are very helpful and kind, even though I didn't see everything, of course. But it was the first time here for me, and it was very, very great. So thank you to everyone. And for the race, I just feel very, very comfortable with this car. You know, I like the cars that are um, I won't say that spins easily, but
Yeah.
which have a light rear, where you can have a lot of oversteer. I like oversteering, and I
Wow.
really hate understeering. So this car was, I won't say made for me, but I really first laps, I was really happy with it, and I just practiced a lot, yeah, some hours yesterday and today, and I must say that I was really better here than during practicing. I don't know why. Maybe because watching other people in front of me helped me.
Yeah, well, you definitely made an impact. Well, congratulations again on your really, really excellent drive today. And I didn't see you crash at any point, so I'm pretty sure you will escape with no penalties from the steward. So it's going to be a joint win today with Marco Alonso. So
And I
that's
wanted to ask
really
too.
impressive.
We rewatched that in the second race. We
Oh,
rewatched
yes.
the grid start incident. How did you manage to make it through there without incident, or like did you have to take some serious avoiding action? I didn't see you come through that.
Um, at the very beginning, so in the straight line, I just was at the back of the field thanks to my third place earlier. So I had the time to avoid something, but it was kinda luck, of course, because it's just pure reflex, and I don't check if someone is right or left. I just turn to avoid, and luckily there is no one. And then at the first turn, I had an incident actually. People in front of me just spin, and so I just crashed into someone who was on the way. But I managed to keep the car running straight, and since there is no damage on the server, I just can go straight and race as usual. And then there was a lot of crash in front of me. And I just ended up in the first place. There was Marco Alonso right to me, and I just thought we were going to fight for the first place, and he just crashed. I don't know what happened to him. I didn't watch the replay, but he was just he was eliminated there, and I ended up alone. I thought I hit him, but I felt nothing on the wheel or something, so I don't know what happened to him, but he did a very good fight, and he really could have won this race, I think, without this.
I'm just going to butt in real quick and say thank you so much to True Toast for subscribing on twitch.tv/ChargeSimRacing, subscribing with Prime. Thank you so much for supporting Charge. Really, really appreciate the support and love from the community today on the Twitch. It's been record numbers today, so thank you so much, everyone, for the support. Thank you so much again to Hypnotics for your fantastic drive today. I really look forward to seeing you race with us again. Again, I would love to have you in the Pro Split race next week, which is generally a lot less carnage and more experienced drivers. So we'll have a chat with the admins and we'll see if we can get you in next week. But thank you so much for joining us. I hope you stick around. You can watch us on Twitch.
Yeah, I
watch
really
the
hope to
Pro
see you
Split.
again, Hypnotic.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
thank
it's been
you.
lovely
I will,
talking to you today.
thanks. I will check if I can go next week.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. We'll send you back now, but thank you so much. Cheers.
Thanks.
Lovely to hear from Hypnotic. So yeah, I was again super impressed with him today. Really, really good driving, and he seems like a really nice, smart, genuine guy, and really on the ball. These are the kind of guys who we'd love to have, you know, in our top split.
It's
And
crazy that it's like his 5th multiplayer race ever. Like, are you kidding me?
some people can just do it. That's the thing. Some people need a little bit of practice. Some people can just jump in it and they know what to do. I guess if you've just done enough practice. Yeah, there is a toast war going on in Twitch between Toaster2266. He's not even Toaster2267 anymore. He's now Toaster2268. He's upgraded, and True Toast, who is now a what's the word, ascended Twitch subscriber.
Wait, so was Toast Freezer? Was there actually another? Was there actually a second Toast Man?
Toast Freezer was Toaster, as we know him, Mr. Chris Toast. But then now there are 2 toasters. We have 2 toasters, a washing machine. We have 2 lanterns.
Oh, True Toast is Saw.
Oh, thank you so much, Sort. Well, great racing as well. You had a fantastic race as well. I was really commending you earlier on the stream if you come back and watch it. But great racing for you today, and thank you so much for subscribing on Twitch. I can't tell you how much that means to us. I'll tell you what, I am just going to leave you guys in the capable hands of Will for a sec while I go and refresh my drink and refresh myself. So I'll be back in 1 second. I'll leave you with a nice wide shot. All yours, Will.
Oh, jeez. I am not a capable person. Just sitting here waiting for someone to set some valid laps so we can start to see what the grid's gonna look like for the first race here. Any predictions in chat, boys? I'm running on nothing here because there's actually no information on screen. We have cars on track. They are driving, and yes. Go Mara and go Jim. 3-car crash in turn 1. Honestly, a 3-car crash would not be that damaging, I guess is the word. It would not be that terrible considering what we saw last race. Jens to win, death to happen. Yeah, there's been some serious talk about this Jens man, so let's see what he can do. So I'm sure cars will be coming across the line very shortly for valid laps. Unless these are everybody going out for their hot laps. We've got a serious amount of people on the grid for this race. I think it's going to be another full grid, so definitely going to be some carnage today. But we'll see how these guys mix it up because there are quite a few of the pros in here. But with these cars, I really think that anything is possible because this car does not like to go straight. As Hypnotic said, they have a very light rear. Go Mara, go Jim, position 1 and 2.
I'm back from my little visit. You are, of course, watching a charged twitch.tv/charged sim racing. Here we are with the Formula Agile at Hungaroring. We've already had the, we're going to call it Split A for today, but typically the rookie split. We are now on to, I'm out of breath, what will be Split B, which is typically the pro split. I guess we can still call it the pro split with a few new additions to it. But yeah, a lot of love for the Bundua guys in chat today. A lot of support for Mera and Jim. Is Jim rushed by? Because rushed by was fantastic last week, so I look forward to seeing him today. Redshifter with the first time on the board of qualifying.
Oh, Jim is rushed by.
Ah, Jim is rushed by. Well, yeah, well, definitely want to see some good fighting from Mera and Jim today. And Redshift, of course, was the I'm still out of breath. Redshift, of course, was the overall winner last week in a very action-packed Alpha 155 DTM race at, was it Mugello? At Mugello. As Iris is really setting the pace. I'm very, very impressed with Iris. Iris has been really good in some of the last weeklies. He's occasionally found himself in a little bit of trouble, but generally he's had the good pace, and the fact that he's now setting faster times than Patrese, Zyfe, Jens, Redshift, that's dang impressive. So don't let us down, Iris. I want to see you on the top step today if you can keep it up.
You move the tower down so we can see the timer there as well.
Can you not see it? Oh, here we go. Oh, it must
There it is.
have buggled about. Of course, Iwis is leading the MX5 Rookie Championship at the moment and has really proved himself to be kind of consistent and stable during the races, and he's really good at just banging the laps in and keeping it focused.
It's going to be interesting to see because the battle between Iwis and Quantum in the MX5 Championship has been raging on throughout all the events. I want to see if that maybe pours over into this and see if they can have a nice battle in here.
Yeah, I believe Quantum should be having a look today. I don't know if I can get the skin pack done, Adrian. Let me just have another look for you. Okay, I will try and install the skin pack now. We've got time in qualifying. Sorry.
The word is enthusiasts. Can you install it manually?
Muted. Okay, this should work. This should work. I'm sorry for the distraction. I'm losing it. We've been live for almost 2 hours already.
We're losing our minds here.
Please give mercy. Give mercy. We're just loading back in.
There's also 14 minutes left in the Daytona 24 hours.
It
currently.
worked. Who's leading the Daytona 24? Will?
I didn't check. I just went upstairs to throw out some garbage.
Okay.
Quickly saw the timer.
And here we are, the fantastic... Oh, hang on. Here we are, back at the Hungaroring, with the fantastic looking track skin made by Adrian. Oh, look! There he is. Thanks, Adrian. Fantastic work making this beautiful track skin for us today. It's looking really, really fresh. We have, of course, the cladding on the side of the track, little Twitch logos. Looking really, really nice. I wonder if we could change the flags. We could put some charge flags up there. But yeah, really, really good job here today. So currently, wow, absolutely scorching lap times here.
Oh
We have
God,
Patrese
with
with
132.
32.7. Patrese again has been one of the real stars of Charge in the last month since he joined. He's been setting some blistering lap times, and he was just so unfortunately lost out last week in the Alpha race. I believe on the final lap he just went too deep, and I think that cost him, or was it second to last lap, he just went too deep and it cost him the win. That was a real shame. He drove a fantastic race, and Iwis as well, really showing us what he can do in this Formula Agile. Also in the 32s, we have Zeif, who's looking really good up there in the low 33s as well. A lot of good times so far. We have Jim Salabim, who I believe is rushed by. Nice to see his real name. We have Quantum as well, making his Pro Split debut, looking good so far lap time wise. We have also Raj Tastic, another one promoted for today, giving him a real chance to see how he can handle Pro Split racing. We have, of course, Jens, who we will definitely see more of. This is probably his first lap in the car, and he's already like a second off the fastest guys. By the end of race 1, Jens is going to be really on fire. We have Mera de Bera, of course, racing for the Bundawa team in the very nice Sid the Snake inspired Jordan livery there, looking very nice. Redshift, of course, last week's winner and this week's reigning champion for Weeklies. Of course, always got the pace. Fox also making his Pro Split debut with Meals and Castrol R. We have LEG making a return to Charged, who we haven't seen for quite a few weeks as well. I know LEG's taken part in a couple races in Charge. He's always been a welcome addition, particularly open wheelers. I know he's very at home with, and I know he races RSS Formula 3s a lot, so I'm sure he's going to be really, really good today. He looked good in the practice races as well. And Shallow Water, I'm surprised he's here, and I'm glad he's here because I know Shallow Water was doing the 6 hours of Watkins Glen yesterday, and he must be knackered from that, but always a pleasure to have Shallow with us. We also have Chief. And making his Pro Split debut, we have Steven, who has been fantastic the last couple of weeks in the MX5 Championship. He's really been getting to grips with it. He's got a string of really consistent good results, all top 5 finishes. I think he's been 4th every time. He's just been staying out of trouble and keeping his head down while a lot of other guys have been all over the place. So I'd love to see Steven get a really good clean race today. We have, of course, Pikaroshu having a little venture on the grass at the moment, but looking good. And Buzz also making his Pro Split debut today. We have some more cars as well, but they're not showing up on the tower yet. I think we have 26 cars in the split, so
it's
my.
it's gonna be hectic in this split.
Apparently Stefan regrets sitting the race out now after seeing how much fun it is. That's always the thing. The ones you miss always turn out to be the most fun ones. I felt that way about the A86 race, unfortunately. I wanted to race it, but nobody else was ready to commentate, so I had to do it.
Have we announced the calendar for February for the weeklies? Like, are we gonna say what we have coming up next week at the end of this? I'm not
No.
even sure myself.
We
but-
haven't quite got there yet. We've been a little bit
Okay.
behind, but of course we will have. It's only going to be a 3-event week for February, though, because of course February is a weird month. There are only 3 Sundays in February, so it'll only be 3 races for the next calendar, but they will be announced very, very soon, and I know what they are, and they're all really fun. So definitely keep tuned. Don't touch that dial. Stay here with Charge Sim Racing. Give it a sub if you want. There's going to be plenty of good racing coming up every week until the world ends. And many, 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 many more. Let's go on board with Iris and see what he can do. He's looks like he's on a warm-up lap here. He's got Steven ahead of him, though, so maybe he wants to build a little bit of a gap. We also have Toxic Boy. I can't pronounce his real name. I can't remember how to say it, but I found out this today. This will absolutely blow your mind. Looks like he's having a little bit of trouble with the Agile here after setting a blistering lap. But Toxic races with a mouse and keyboard.
What?
I cannot believe it either. This dude is one of the quickest guys here. He was fighting for the overall win last week in Pro Split. He's been here since the start of January. The guy has been an absolute machine in every race. He's so fast, he's so clean, he's so consistent. Races with a mouse and keyboard.
How do you steer with the mouse?
Yeah,
Like,
he
how is
steers
it-
with
how
the
is
mouse.
this- How is the steering so smooth?
I don't know. Well, the thing is, it's a true show that equipment doesn't equal ability. And I've seen plenty of good drivers with pad and mouse and keyboard, but I've never seen anyone as quick as Toxic with mouse and keyboard. He's so utterly impressive. I'm really, really hats off to him. His skill is incredible. I have to cut away, though, because Stefan has just gifted 5 Tier 1 subs to Charge. Thank you so much, gifting a total of 10 absolute chad with the donations and the subs from Stefan. Thank you so much for continuing to support Charge, not just with things like subs and donations, but also with your time and your effort and your presence and your wisdom and your infinite kindness and grace. So thank
We
you
all
so
love
much, Stefan.
Stefan.
Yeah, Stefan is an absolute... Again, Stefan's only been here for a month, but I'm so happy to have him here with us. Of course, I do say that. I do say that looking at my Playseat challenge that I may have got from Stefan this week, but I cannot thank you enough, dude. It's such a pleasure having you here. Thank you so much. It'd be a shame you're not driving today, but maybe next week we'll get you back in the car. No, we're very glad, very, very glad to have you, Stefan. Thank you so
On
much.
Toaster making an appearance, qualifying 10th place on his first
Oh,
ballot
Toasty
lap.
Boy looking good. I know he likes this cursed car, but he's driving Maximo's livery. Hopefully he has better luck in it than Maximo did. But yeah, Patrese looking really good in first place there. Again, Patrese's so quick. Again, I've said it already, but one of these guys who's just not been here for long. But it's amazing how guys like, for example, guys like Patrese and Toxic, these guys who have, and Stefan as well, who have just joined, and I feel they've given such an air of legitimacy and validity to Charged and what we do, because it's just like, we have enough guys like this now where we can actually have proper pro splits, and they are usually pretty clean, tight, consistent. All the guys in them are really smart, good, fast racers. I cannot be prouder to sit here and watch over this. It's wicked.
It's always
Thank you,
hard
everyone.
to catch that corgi. That corgi's a fast one.
Apparently, Alex98 is saying trackball mouse. That would be even weirder. Like the music producer trackball. That would be even weirder. Oh, and not to disappoint, Jens is almost into the 32s as well. I guarantee this is like the 5th or 6th lap he's done in this car, and he's already on pace. I tell you what, Patrese, Iowa's Toxic, Jens, Zeif, that's an incredible top 5. Those guys are really going to be steamrolling ahead. And in general, the whole grid is looking really nice and tight today. The split is surprisingly small from first to last. Everyone's in there doing good. Elmo setting some good times, but just teleporting back to the pits. A lot of drivers in the 33s here. Zeif is quick. Zeif is always quick. Zeif doesn't always practice, but when Zeif wants to be, he's damn quick. Oh, and I have to look at this. Look at Elmo.
Oh man, Elmo's liveries are. Oh, his style is so awesome.
It's so unique. It's absolutely... I've never seen anyone make a livery like this. These beautiful cel-shaded liveries. They look absolutely amazing. So unique. So surprising. I love the quirk.
Do not hit, please, on the back.
I love the quirk and kitsch of it. It's absolutely fantastic. You know, it's funny because livery making is for something where you can literally do anything you want. They tend to fall into kind of like, you know, classic-y designs, or people just make cursed meme cars. But it's really rare that you actually see something that is genuinely different. And this is just beautiful. I really love Elmo's style.
Oh, Elmo's got style.
Yeah, really, really does. This is. I really love his RSO one, but I think maybe this one's even better. It's just it just looks like it's from Borderlands.
The color gradient, like
he's done the helmet too. Oh, full props to Elmo. I absolutely adore your
and the
creativity.
helmet perfectly matches up with the line of the car. Like, are you kidding me, man? Like, it's just. We don't deserve Elmo, honestly.
Hot marks for creativity.
So nice.
Elmo, of course, very generous with his subs as well in the Twitch chat. So yeah, a lot of love to Elmo. Camo JG is talking about the new Wii remote new meta. Imagine driving with a Wii remote. Did you see that Jimmy Broadbent video where he was driving with what was basically a glorified Wii remote in a sim, and it actually wasn't that bad. Camo JG saying I would know a few things about cursed meme cars. Probably. Let's go have a little quick look through qualifying as Patrese is still on pole, Iowa still second, Toxic third, Jens looking good in fourth, Zeif fifth. Let's see, do we have any more custom livery? So Patrese with a very tidy looking Jordan 191, which is probably from Race Department, but either way I dig it. Iowis with his rich energy inspired livery. The most cursed product, but actually very clean. Nice lines, good job from Iowis there. Of course, got the powered by charge sticker. Very nice job. Toxic is running stock, as is Jens, as is Zeif. Merideber, one of the Bundawa boys here, looking very, very clean. As is
Bundawa boys.
As is Rushby, or Jim as we'll call him now. Quantum running stock. And then, of course, Elmo, who we know and love. Rajtastic, running his variation of the stock livery with his face all over the car. I believe that's been a trait of the aptly named, or not aptly named, of the. That's mean. That's a trait of the. They call themselves it, but I disagree. The Sim Twats, the Sim Twats crew, who put their faces on the cars. Absolutely love. I love the effort from those guys. Very, very funny. Look forward to seeing Raj in the top split this week. Maybe
Welcome, Alan.
He'll have a bit of a better luck if he doesn't get punted so much. Is Alan here? Is he in the chat or is he in the commentary booth?
No, I'm in here now, yeah.
Alan has raided the booth. Hello, Alan. How's it going?
Raiding! Yeah. I'm going to do the slow and steady wins the race here, boys.
Are you racing?
I'm going to race, yeah. I've done no practice for this, and what a great car not to do any practice for is a handful.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah. That's why I've just aborted all my quali laps and everything, so I don't get any time. So I'm just going to start at the back and pick my way through, hopefully. And but I've told them everyone was doing practice starts at the end of the pit lane oil. Because I said, practice your starts, boys. So hopefully the start won't be quite as bad.
As that second rookie race.
I'm sure it'll be okay. Well, best luck, Alan. I'm sure you're still going to be riding high from your great performance yesterday in the 6 hours of Watkins. Well, I wish you a clean and tidy race.
Wasn't just me, that was Will as well, and Drillo.
Oh, of course, yeah. But your first stint, though, it was amazing watching you charge through. You were absolutely steaming ahead.
Yeah, don't be expecting the same today. I'll probably charge more to the back.
Or into a wall, maybe.
No, I'll be able to keep it on track. Slow and steady wins the race, boy. I'm going to be the tortoise today.
Absolutely. Well, I love to see it, Alan. Well, congrats on the race. We'll send you back. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
We also have, of course, from the Sim Twats crew, we have Castrol R, also making his Pro Split debut today, also with his face on the car. And those eyes, that's definitely going to be a cursed image for someone behind. We have Sir Chief. Sir Chief not running his own livery this week. That's a shame. I always remember Marco's Pizza. I want to see Chief's liveries back again. Come on, Chief. We have Ali G running stock livery today. Shallow Wood also in the stock. Fox. I love Fox's livery. This is one of my favourites from this week.
It's a very clean livery.
Really, really tidy. Really good job. Really like that. Fox is getting good at liveries very quickly. Redshift also running stock. Neil's making his Pro Split debut today. He's ended up getting the weird blue and orange car that looks half done. Don't know who made that. There's some. They've missed some bits. There's a bit here they missed. This is just James critiquing someone else's Photoshop skills. They missed a bit there. Sorry. R Baker 02, who always a pleasure to have R Baker racing with us. Haven't seen him for a week or two in the weeklies. And Steven's back in the pits. I think Steven's probably just going to aim to complete the race and stay out of trouble. Lantern also running stock. Pikaroshi running stock, but with his own little helmet and his little driver overalls from his Atlantis RS01, looking very nice. And Buzz in a stock skin that he has adapted with some alternate colours and some extra decals, looking very nice for Buzz.
I like that.
And it looks like qualifying is almost going to be over. Not much has really changed. Patrese is still on pole position. Iris second, Toxic third, Jens fourth, Meridabera fifth, beating out Zyfe to that top 5 place. Followed by Zyph in 6th, Rushtastic 7th, Jim and Quantum and Redshift making up the top 10. And then a whole bunch of cars from there on. So looks like it's going to be really interesting up the front. I wonder if Patrese can beat out. He's got some scary quick drivers behind him. I wonder if Patrese can hold out and get that W today. It's definitely been a long time coming for him.
Mikhail saying that he's betting on T1 Disaster. I don't think it could get much worse, honestly, than what we've seen already today. I mean, even if there's a small incident, fair, but I
Mikhail,
really
why
don't
are you
think it
not
could
in the
get much
car?
worse.
Why are you not in the car, Mikhail? Where are you? Why are you not on the grid? Did you not want to drive this death trap?
You didn't practice? Neither did Alan.
Neither did.
Just move.
Oh, yeah, actually, I think I remember you mentioning it. Well, look forward to having you back in next week.
We've got some more incredibly good guys and like incredible Photoshop guys joining Adrian, so it's really exciting to see what the future holds for Charged in terms of graphics, because they've just been getting better and better.
Absolutely, yeah. Really, really pays to have everything look so nice on the stream, and very, very lucky to have guys like Adrian and the whole team who just do it for the fun of it and want to donate their time and have the passion to make things look really good. Look at that!
Thank you, Adrian.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Well, it's such a shame because you know what? He can't race today, and if Adrian was racing, he would be a serious threat for the win. Adrian loves open wheelers. He's really good in this car, and he likes the track too. And I saw it from his practice times. He was really, really lighting it up. So it's a shame Adrian can't race today. I believe he's moving. So. I've just got a funny. Twitch has just asked me if I want to censor the word balls deep. I believe I will allow that. Ren is having a insult at my yee ass PP filter. Which PP filter should I use? In the words of Toaster, I have a normal PP again.
PP.
Let's have a look. Oh, look, I'm using the ones that you sent me, Ren. Do you like that one? Do you like this one? Which one do you want? Use the base Sol one. No, it's boring. Ren,
I think this one looks pretty nice.
Which PP can I use, Ren? Hello, 64 people on Twitch. Anyway, no, it's fine. I'm going to
talk about PP filter.
I'm going to stick with this Fuji one because I think it looks nice. It's a little bit more vivid with its colours. Anyway, we have 3 minutes to go to the start of the race. I will just play you guys a little intro for a second. Give me and Will a minute to breathe. And we are back with 2 minutes to go until the start of the Pro Split Race 1. Here we are. Some massively, massively talented drivers making up the field today, especially up the front. It's going to be a whole lot of action.
This is mixed split, actually. It's not just entirely Pro Split, so...
Well, a lot of the guys here, I think, aren't far off being Pro Split permanently at all. So I think a lot of these guys can really show what they've got today. But we'll call it Pro Split B, whatever it is. Of course, it is me, your boy. Rashtastic keeps disconnecting, unfortunately. He had the same problem last week. Hopefully he can get back in before the start of the race. I hope that doesn't hurt him. But as I was saying, my brain has stopped working. What was I saying? Well,
we've got a lot of experienced boys in here. They might have spent a few weeks in rookies, but everybody's seen the sights and all got themselves involved in all types of incidents. Maybe nothing like we've seen today, but most of the boys in here have been pretty good at avoiding crashes.
Yeah, I think generally it'll be okay if everyone is sensible. I mean, all of the guys moving up from rookies have been told to be on their best behavior today, so I think they should be okay.
I think that's Toaster's car back there getting a little groove.
That is,
on
he's in the Ascot Hornet car, so I think Toaster might be having some CPU issues. It is a stacked grid today. Look at how many cars there are.
If they can keep it clean, I feel like this is going to be a very, very close race. I don't suspect that we'll see any lapping throughout this race. I feel that this race is going to be very close, and it's going to be very interesting to see who can come out on top in this one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm very impressed to see Iris in second place on the grid because he is surrounded by quick drivers, and this is his first proper go at a Pro Split race, so I really think he's going to be one to watch out for today. I think that if Patrese can get a good start and keep that pace up, I think he's got a really good chance of taking that dub today, but you cannot count out Jens. The man is incredibly fast, and he's only going to get faster the longer this race goes on, so I think he's in with a real chance. Those are going to be my two picks there. I'm going to say either Patrese or Jens today for the win, but as we've seen, anything can happen.
Yeah, I'm very excited for this one because we've got a lot of insanely quick people, but like was shown in the last one, anything can happen when you're side by side on this track. So we'll see if they can manage to avoid drama and give us some
I
good
don't know how you even
here.
have a big crash in these cars because they're so little. Anyway, lights are getting ready to go. It's
Lights
six
are
lights. What's going to happen? And we are off. Patrese gets a good start. I was bogged down a little bit. And Toaster is off. Toaster is off. There's complete carnage behind him. Unfortunately, at the back of the grid, it's mass carnage. But there's a huge run into turn one. Who's that on the inside there?
Patrese getting away.
As Marco Alonso is here as well. Patrese gets a convincing lead through, but there's a lot of action behind. Marco Alonso is up to third. Jens is also up to fourth already. Iris had a terrible first corner, unfortunately. I think he's just been jostled and dropped back. But Marco Alonso is now going side to side with Jens. That's going to be an absolute fight for the ages. Toxic has dropped right back, unfortunately. Oh, that's such a shame for him. Maybe that mouse caught him out a little bit there, but still. A lot of action there. I think Shallow Water is DNF. Toaster is back. Nazim has also been hurt, as has Elmo and Sir Chief. A lot of drivers here who weren't showing up in qualifying, but have now somehow showed up on the ACTV. Jens up to second already. So
Quantum's dropped back really far.
Quantum's in trouble, as is Pikaroshu. But with Jens and Patrese out in front, my two picks are already doing pretty well. I was still hanging on in fourth, I have to say. The fact that he's behind Patrese, Jens, and Marco Alonso is absolutely not a bad thing at all. J-Fock is having some trouble as well, unfortunately. Let's see if he can get back on track. Oh, it's a shame he's dropping right down. J-Fock was so good in the rookie split last week. Oh, Iris had a spin.
No, Iris.
That's such a shame, and now he's got to let these cars go by. He's slowly eking back onto the track, though, just taking his time.
It's such a terrible spot to go off.
If he could reverse on the grass a little bit, he could line himself back up. He's going to let everyone go. That's such a shame. Iris has let everyone go, but at least he didn't have a bad rejoin. I've got massive CPU occupancy issues, and I've somehow hit the wrong slide and changed out of the game. Okay, I'm getting some frame rate issues. Yeah, respect to Iris for being patient with his rejoin. And Jens is up to second. He's got past Marco Alonso. Wowee, this is going to be a real delight to watch this race as it continues. Redshift is up past Jim into 7th place. Jim dropping back a little bit after that ensemble of tangles at the first corner.
remarkably clean. I have a feeling that Toaster may have either just gotten a little bit antsy on the gas, or he might have just been trying to one-up the rookies.
I think it was lag. I think his car. I know Toast has issues when we have high occupancy. If I'm getting 99% CPU, Toast is going to be having some problems. It looked like his car just was all over the place, unfortunately, and sometimes that just happens. Alan's slow and steady result has already put him up into 20th place, which I think is very admirable. And now Jens is hounding down Patrese already. The gap is down to 6 tenths. But Marco Alonso is keeping Jens honest. And Jens is having to defend here.
Marco having a look there. Oh, but Jens gets a really good exit there.
Yeah, Marco held himself up a little bit there. Jim is back into 7th place, battling with Redshift. Of course, these guys having a really good... Oh, that's a really late dive from Redshift there, but luckily Jim holds clean. Doesn't get sucked up by him.
So close.
Toxic is fighting his way up as well after his little off on the first lap. He's now going to have a look at Zeif here, and Patrese
Zeif had a very shaky
already.
Exit there.
Yeah, Patrese getting a really good run. That's going to put him up into. It's going to put him up. So Toxic going to put him back up into 5th place. Very good recovery. Surprisingly clean. I have to say, after that little T1 incident, which was caused by lag, JFOC is disconnected. Oh, that's such a shame. But after the lag-related incident at the start, it's been surprisingly clean since then. Stephen hanging on in 17th place, looking good.
Lantern's dropping back.
Ooh, what's happened to Lantern? Let's have a look. He's just been being passed by Chief.
Oh,
wee! And there's cars all over the shop.
Stephen, but he goes wide.
Completely
Steven
sending it. Lantern
bomb.
avoiding there. Of course, Lantern's got a fair bit of experience racing open wheels. Oh no!
And Toaster and Steven.
Oh my word! That was a Beyblade moment. Someone please clip that. That was an absolute Beyblade moment involving Steven and Toaster there. Jesus. I think that might have been Fox just tagged them, and Jim unfortunately has run off the track as well. I said it was clean, and now it's become a mess. Marco Alonso is still hanging on the back of Jens. As Redshift is making his way past Rajtastic up into P7. The climb is definitely on for Redshift. Nice car controller there from Redshift. As Raj is doing really well in his debut in the Pro Split, sitting there in 8th place. That's really, really impressive. I think he is currently the highest driver that's been promoted for this week, so good driving from him.
Patrese with a 33.8.
So fast.
Only a second off his qualifying time. That's insane.
I cannot fathom doing that lap time in a in a race setting in this car. Well, he's just living up to his name, and he's got that open wheel skill. Meredith is off, unfortunately, but luckily he gets himself out of trouble, and that's what you want to do. Reverse off the track if you have to reverse, not back onto it, and that's a perfect rejoin from Meredith. Good job for
Neil's up into 10th now.
Yeah, Neil's making up the top 10. Another one of the rookie drivers who's definitely got the 1-lap pace, but has either been a bit unlucky or a bit inconsistent in the races. So it's a good opportunity for him to show what he's worth. Fox and Lantern are trading places after Fox may have been involved. And no, Fox has been...
Alan.
Lantern has either been taken out by Alan or Lantern turned in on him. I couldn't see enough to call it there, but oh no, and Lantern's got...
his tires are cooked.
Baked tires now, yeah. But luckily, Lantern holding steady and keeping focus. I think Alan might be kicking himself for that one. Maybe his slow and steady approach didn't work out, or it could have just been a poor defensive move from Lantern. I won't know until stewarding.
Alan demoted into rookies. Oh, I was with him too. It was insane. He was pissed because his qualifying wasn't great, and then he went and beat his qualifying time on race setup like 5 times. Oh, is he gonna get the cutback? Zeif also was in the 6 hours of Watkins yesterday, so kudos to him.
Oh, I just realised I muted my mic. God damn it. Anyway, I was saying that Zeif is doing a great job representing the admins today. As oh, damn it. And I missed it. As Redshift is having some fantastic car control today. He's one of the few people I've seen who's actually getting this car sideways and sliding it but controlling it. He's made up another place, already back up into 5th. Really good driving from Redshift today. Oh no, as I say that, he just commits a murder. And that's Zyph. He hasn't lost too many places. Redshift went far too deep into that corner. It looks like he just got back on the slide and hit Zyph. That's a real shame. Zyph has now got passed by Ali G as well, who's doing a good job breaking into the top 10. Some Buzz getting past Iwis and Elmo there. Maybe Iwis and Elmo slowed each other up a little bit. Of course, Elmo with the coolest car on the grid today.
Oh, I was getting a little bit hairy over that sausage curve. Elmo having a look around the outside.
As Lantern is making his way. Oh, sorry, I just completely didn't mean to switch away from that.
Gonna have a little drag race here. Looks like Elmo's gonna be able to hang on. And he does.
Don't count Iwis out though, he was incredibly fast in qualifying. He was just sacrificed at the start of the race, unfortunately.
Toaster's having a look too.
Oh no, and Iwis has committed mass murder, unfortunately. Luckily Toaster wasn't taken out there as well. Unfortunately that was just Iwis losing it there, and again he rejoins the track safely, so props to him. But yeah, unfortunately that moment just got the better of him there, unfortunately.
I think that was dirty air, if anything.
Yeah.
I think he might have just locked up because of the lack of downforce.
I don't believe it, but Redshift is absolutely on a charge. He's now passed Rajtastic into the top 5. I can't remember where Redshift was at the start of the race, or if he was involved in any kind of lap 1 incident, but wowee, absolute overtaking masterclass from Redshift here today. Again, maybe he's another one of these drivers who just really feels at home with the open wheelers, and Rajtastic doing a really good job hanging on in 6th place.
Nazim getting past R. Baker for 14th as well.
Ooh. Again, Nazim is always run the curb though. Nazim is another driver who races with the mouse and keyboard, and again, real skill, really good driver. I've been so impressed with Nazim's cleanliness and overall pace in the MX-5 Championship. He's definitely one of those drivers who, you know, he's patient, he takes his time, he doesn't get himself in trouble. Like, it's very rare that you see Nazim get involved in a crash. He kind of knows how to avoid issues and bring it home and get really good results week in, week out. Patrese with a 33.6 on race pace. He is just blisteringly fast today.
He's just opening that gap to Jens.
Yeah, again with Patrese, it was very obvious from week 1 this guy was a serious racer. But the fact he's got Jens and Marco Alonso and Toxic and Redshift all behind him, and the fact that he doesn't seem to be breaking
him either.
Yeah, he's not breaking a sweat out here.
Oh, Buzz dropping back. Looks like Buzz might have had an off.
Oh yeah,
poor Buzz.
Buzz in the grass with too slow on the back of his car. It was Buzz, a bit of a hairy rejoin touching Quantum there, and that's put Buzz round again.
His tires are cooked.
I'm guessing it's a little bit of karma there for that slightly hairy rejoin. Unfortunately for Buzz, that puts him down into last place. Alan is seeking to get past Lantern cleanly this time. Hopefully there's no hard feelings there between those two. Camo JG is saying this is the split I have to race in next week, Moncast.
Oh my god.
Oh, Alan putting it on the grass, and he's let Lantern and Steven back through. Oh no, he's managed to fend off Steven. He's going to have dirty tyres going into turn 3. What can Alan do?
Lantern getting the position. Oh, Alan dropping back seriously.
I think Alan's letting everyone through. I think Alan's had a bit of a moment. He's just getting out everyone's way. Still chasing Jens. So Marco Alonso is still chasing Jens. Is he going to go for it here? I don't think so. Back and forth, late on the brakes, but Jens gets a really wide entry. That's really smart defending from Jens there. That was a fantastic little exchange from these two guys. And this isn't going anywhere. These two are going to be fighting for some time. I can already tell.
It's good to see Marco getting a serious challenge right here. But the gap to Patrese has opened up to 2.5 seconds. That's absolutely insane.
I know. Oh, and Marco's got him here. But Jens again is going defensive into turn 3. Can Jens hold him out? No, he tucks behind. He's going to have to go from a little bit later.
Incredible move from Marco. He got that move done a few times in the rookie races.
He did. That was half a lap of absolute, just impeccable top-class racing from these two. And I mean, you can clearly see the skill of both these guys as Jens just runs over the chicane a little bit there. Luckily, he wouldn't have gained too much time. But yeah, absolutely. I think with driving like that, Marco is absolutely going to be top split permanently from now on. I don't think anyone disagrees with that. But a real delight to
Steven
watch those
dropping
two
back.
race. Stephen
This
falling back
pack.
behind.
Oh, it's just this. This is a crazy little pack here in the back. What the
It
heck?
really is. There's the Elmo train.
It was led by Alan initially, but these guys are still sticking right together. This is remarkable. Raj Tastic is looking to have a move on Ali G, I think.
Yeah, those two traded places
he's
on the
dropping
last
back.
lap. Let's go and see how Raj is getting on with Ali.
And Zeif is trying to make back up the ground that he lost with his little incident with Redshift. Oh my god, the times that people are setting in the middle of the race, just absolutely insane.
It really is blisteringly fast. I mean, I'm so proud of our field of drivers here we have at Charge. We have so many just really nice guys who are just incredible drivers. They're clean, they're fast, they're funny, they're cool. Couldn't be more proud of the community we have here, and I'm really impressed by a lot of the guys who have been promoted today, and I think that they're definitely doing themselves proud, and I think a lot of people are going to be earning some pro licenses based on their performances today, which is fantastic. You know,
Mara de Bear getting past Niels, and Jim's
Yeah.
looking to have a look there as well. Jim's right behind him. Can he get through?
it is quite difficult to get kind of good full grids of drivers who you know that you can trust, and I mean, especially with a lot of the pro drivers often being busy and racing in other series and championships and other places as well. It's kind of hard to. I'm really proud that we do have a dedicated split for top drivers, but it's hard to keep it full. But there are so many good people out there, and it's really refreshing to see this today. And there are a lot of new guys who've been promoted today who are really showing their worth. So definitely, I'm looking forward to racing more with some of these guys in the coming weeks.
Jim going around the outside. Look at that. Oh man, the Bundewa boys having a little bit of a scrap here.
I bet
Oh,
they're having
Jim's
a great
getting
time.
It's getting a little squirrely there. I wonder if that was just out of pure excitement.
And the whole time they fight, they've got Niels behind them, hounding them down as well.
Oh, Mara de Bear is in a perfect position to get a slipstream pass here on the main pit straight. And they might leave Niels behind with that. Oh, Sir Chief dropping back.
Rushby's going defensive straight away, trying to break the toe.
Look at that
switching
slipstream.
lines.
Look at that gap just disappear. Can
Is he going
go
to
up the
dive?
inside?
He does. That's a huge dive bomb from Meredith Barrett, and I think
Oh.
he's going to hold it off. I think
Now Jim got the better line.
Jim is just getting the better line on the cutback on the exit, but a really, really exciting move there. And all this time, Niels is catching these guys.
He's probably just waiting for this to explode, but I don't think it's going to. These guys are giving each other a lot of respect. These
Yeah.
Bundewa boys.
I know these guys are our friends and racing their own community at Bundewa Sim Racing, so they know each other. They're not like, who's this guy? I'm gonna get him.
I feel like that's one of the best things about having consistent people to race with is you can kind of tell when they're gonna go for moves and when they have you. It's a little bit more predictable, so that's the thing that leads to a lot cleaner racing is just consistently being side by side with similar people.
And you understand their personalities as well. You know that some people are going to go for every single move, and all you have to do is just put your car in a defensive position or leave them a little bit of extra room. And then you know that some people are going to wait, and they're going to wait till they've got you before they send the car up their inside. You know, for example, I know if I've got Alex V behind me, I know that he's not going to do a ridiculous dive bomb. He's going to outdrive me and then pass me on a straight somewhere. You know, so it's really nice racing with the same guys. That's why I think Charged is so great. Why I really like it, because when I know who I'm racing against, I can tailor my driving to match that person's style. Ooh, as Jim just gets a little bit wide there, allowing Mary to barrel. That might have been team orders. That might have been team orders. Who knows? To try and stop the advance from Niels. But yeah, it's really nice knowing who you're racing with, because it just makes everything so much easier. And then, you know, when you know that person, then you chat to them and you're friends with them and you like them, you're going to have so much more respect for them. You're not going to be like, screw this guy, I'm gonna punt him, take him off and win the race. Or, you know, if you hit them, you're not going to be like, oh, screw him. You're going to, like, you know, it's your friend, so you're going to be like, oh no, I'm so sorry.
Sir Chief is... Oh, he's dropping back from Fox, but they're very close. There's a lot of...
Oh, I think Chief might have
what
just
happened?
half-spun there.
Oh, poor guy.
Let's go back on that fight with Jim and Niels. Alex, every car can change their setup. I believe there are... Oh, and Niels gets really deep there, but luckily Jim takes avoiding action. Unfortunately, Niels just spins it, getting back on the power, so it looks like the Bundua guys are free. Yeah, Alex, there are usually setups that someone will make. Like, someone will make a good setup and they'll pin it and they'll say, here, use it, change it, do whatever you want with it. But yeah, setups are completely open. You are free to set the car up however you like. Although I imagine most people have gone in the same direction. But it's interesting seeing someone who you know is running less downforce. Oh, and Redshift had a problem. Oh, that's such a shame. I believe he was fighting for 4th place with Toxic, and he might have just had a little bit of a problem there. Redshift all the way down to 8th, which is such a shame because he was really steaming this race.
He's going to have a good run behind Zyfe here. It's definitely in that slipstream.
As Zyfe goes defensive very early on, forcing Redshift to take the longer route. He's now going to break at his usual breaking point rather than early and try and get Zyfe in the cutback, and Zyfe spins! That looked like it was
there contact?
No, it looked like contact. I believe Zyfe dropped it on the power. There may have been lag on netcode, who knows, but it looked like Zyfe just dropped it on the power and Redshift didn't make contact
take a look
there.
At that.
That's a real shame for Zyfe. I'm sure that was just a mistake. I don't think that was contact. Meridibera is catching up to Zyfe, though, who's going to be hurting after that spin. He's going to have cooked tyres. Oof.
Meridibera has run away from Jim a little bit here as well. But
Jim might be struggling with some late race tyre wear, I think. Zyfe is going to be feeling it as well after that, I have to say. Admin down, feels bad man from Camo JG. Again, Zyfe is probably knackered from his blistering performance in the 6 hours of Watkins Glen. As Redshift again, I think he's just done his tyres in. I think that's going to be...
I was dropping back again as well. I wonder if that pack is still going on back there. Might have
I think it's spread out a little bit. It's now the Steven train, I have to say. Choo choo all aboard. I know he's a truck man, but I'm sure Steven likes some trains as well. Alan just chilling as what can Toaster do? Can Toaster get past Steven?
Oh,
and Steven just runs wide. Luckily, he keeps the car going, though. I have to say, I've been generally... he's on the grass still. Generally, Steven's had a pretty clean race.
I think he's just letting Alan go by.
Yeah, generally, Steven's had a pretty clean race there, I have to say. He's
Whoa!
He's okay. He's holding on to it, though.
Yeah.
You know, having a little half spin and catching it's better than yeeting it into the barriers. I'll tell you what, let's go back and look at Petresi because we haven't seen much of him. I think...
Marco's catching him.
He is. I don't know if we're on the last lap or we're going to get one more lap. I'm looking at where we are on track. This is the chicane. This will be the final lap.
This is definitely going to be final lap.
This will be the final lap. So, can Petresi hold off and get... I think it will be his second race win, but not he hasn't won an overall event yet. So, Petresi's going to be in the driving seat for the reverse grid race and to really take charge. But with Marco Alonso and Jens bounding down behind him, who knows what could happen, but...
Tracy's saying, Bono, I'm bored. He's just closing the gap a little bit.
Oh my god, but yeah, especially all of these top 5 have done really well. Ali G is very, very quietly fought his way into the top 5.
Raj Tastic right
as
on
I
him,
say that, Raj is fighting him all the way to it, so we'll come back to those guys in a second. As Petresi is going to take a fantastic victory, real class of the field today in Pro Split, impeccable lap times and racing from him today. Really, really great win. Let's see how he does in the reverse split.
Jim's back up on Mara.
Marco Alonso, fantastic performance again in the Pro Split, and Jens beats him with almost, I'm going to say, zero practice, absolutely smoking it in third. Toxic, again, brilliant driving, mouse and keyboard champion. Like
Jim and Mara are trading positions. Oh, what the...
That was just him reaching the end of the race. But I have to say, Toxic being mere seconds behind someone as quick as Jens driving on a mouse and keyboard. I tip my hat to you. And the Bundua guys are going to finish in formation, rounding out the top 10. I have to say, definite props to Ali G for holding off Raj Tastic at the end. Great result for him. But Raj Tastic, great result. He's going to be... Well, you can see how happy he is with that. I've definitely seen Raj had some great pace in some of the races. He's had a couple little slips and mistakes in some of the previous weeklies, but he looked really clean today. This is just the end of the race. All the Bundua boys are having fun. People are still racing. Baker comes in 16th. Elmo recovers to 17th after being involved early on. And Toaster, after that really, really shameful... not shameful. After that really unlucky accident at the start, I believe was just lag. It looked like it wasn't his fault. I think he just had lag. Toaster, because I know he was commenting saying how he was actually quite stable in the car and wasn't really having any issues with it. I think that was just a counter lag. I'll tell you
Oh
what,
my, and Alan and him having a little bit of a party here.
and Steven, they're all just having fun. I'll tell you what, Will,
I bet I can guess what Steven said as he went to crash into Toaster there.
could you grab Patrese for an interview, please, Will?
Yes, I'll bring him down here.
Cheers, thanks.
Patrese, what a drive, man.
Congratulations on your win. Damn good job today, dude.
Yeah, thanks, man. Just managed to hold the pace and keep Marco behind me. But yeah, delighted.
I have to say, looking at the guys behind you, you've got Marco Alonso, Jens Bietzema, Toxic. Those are some seriously quick drivers. Definitely, I imagine you must have been clenched pretty much the whole race with those guys behind you.
Yeah, well, the first few laps were a bit hairy, but then I managed to sort of settle down into a bit of a rhythm. But I say Marco Alonso was reeling me in a little bit at the end there. But yeah, really intense battle, but thoroughly enjoyed it.
Well, fantastic driving. Best luck in the reverse grid race. I know I don't think you've had an overall event win yet in charge, but you've definitely come really close a couple times. So best luck in the reverse grid. I hope you manage to avoid the inevitable carnage, and I'd love to see you take the top step today.
Cheers, mate. All the best.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm done. Thank you so much. We'll send you back. Best of luck. Could we maybe get who else would be good for an interview? I think we can maybe get one of the Bundeswehr guys. Let's get maybe Mira de Berra if we can. Sorry, I'm having a bit of a die here.
Welcome, Mara. Hello, Mara? Are you here?
You're live on stream.
Your microphone's not making any noise, Mara.
Your bubble's coming on, but there's no voice. If you can't talk, we'll send you back. Don't worry. Either way, great result, and look forward to seeing you in the reverse grid.
Maybe we can grab Rush by.
Yeah, that would also be good. I'll leave you to the interview. I'm just gonna take a little break.
Okay. Jim, what an incredible drive. Welcome to the interview booth. We tried to get Mara, the other Bundlewa boy, in this race, but incredible little battle you guys had there all the way up until the end.
Yeah, man, it was really exciting.
You guys were trading positions for a few laps there, and I think that was Niels also in the way, but it seemed like at some point you dropped back. What caused that? Was it just that they had a few better corners than you, or did you have a little error at some point?
Yeah, I don't know actually, because I was we were with the three of us driving real neat, close onto each other. But then I guess some little small mistakes, but yeah, you know, my palms are a bit sweaty. Second time pro split, so you know what's going on.
It was an absolutely incredible race. You guys were showing a lot of respect. It was very clean, but I'm like it was so close that even the smallest little error would back you off a lot.
Thanks a lot, man. Means a lot. Yeah.
It was great fun to watch. How do you feel? Did you finish 10th, I believe?
Yeah, well, I qualified 9th, I believe, but then I got onto place 6 or 7, and then we were on a bit of a tight spot, and it got a little bit pushed off, so it was 12th, I guess, or 13th maybe. So yeah, great result for the place I came from. So yeah,
I hope you had fun today.
I really did. Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you in the reverse grid race. Hopefully, I mean, you'll be starting in the mid pack, so you might be in a little bit of a dangerous spot, but hopefully you are able to keep it clean. And so best of luck to you.
Thanks a lot, man. You too. Good luck.
And we are back. Sorry for leaving you there for a sec. Well, I had to go sort something out. Anyway, we are back here on Charged, twitch.tv/Charged Sim Racing here for race 2 in the Pro Split after a fantastic rookie split and a fantastic race 1 in the Pro Split. So, what are your predictions?
I think we can confidently say that this is a Pro Split because wow, was the racing intense.
Yeah, I think everyone did a really, really good job there. That was definitely some impressive racing and far less crashes than I thought, I have to say. This car is a handful, but I think everyone here has just been sensible. I was really impressed by a lot of the new guys, and seeing Marco, Toxic, Patrese, and Jens up the front was really, really fun. Those guys are really, really on top of it this week. Excuse me. Oh dear. So what are your predictions for this one? Of course, the guys who won last time have now got 20-something cars ahead of them, so who do you think's going to make it through cleanest?
I'm hopeful for Quantum because he got pretty unlucky in the first race, it seemed, but now maybe he was just sandbagging for this race. But I think if he can manage to get away through the first turn, he's got incredible pace. So if he can be on his own, I really expect him to be able to hold the top 5 position.
Absolutely. I have to say, I'm going to say advantage to Marco Alonso in this race because he's already got a race worth of experience from driving in the rookie split earlier, so he's going to know what to expect and know how to kind of hold back in this car and charge his way through. A lot of support for the Bundawa boys in the chat, a lot of support for them. So hopefully Mera and Jim can put on a good show as well for us. We've got 1 minute to go.
I'm hopeful for Patrese and Jens and Marco, because if we can get to see them charge through the field, that would be absolutely amazing, because they were just on another level of pace in that first race. So
they really were.
They
I hope they don't
clean.
get.
I don't doubt that they'll be able to run through the field.
Yeah, hopefully there's no grid crashes that catch them up, and I'm sure they're just going to hang back and just let the carnage unfold and pick their way through it. Steven says he's going to get stabbed at turn 1. Let's hope he doesn't. Yeah, a lot of support for Iwis in the chat as well. Iwis was really unlucky. He was P2 in the last race, but unfortunately he just kind of got hit by every branch on the way down, and he made a couple of little mistakes too. I think he was involved in a punterino or two, and I remember that he crashed quite early on and then had to wait an agonisingly long time for the track was clear for him to rejoin. So Stephen stabbed Iris apparently, so Stephen will be up for review at the stewards. Anyway, it's 10 seconds to go and lights are coming on here at Hungaroring for race 2 of the Pro Split here on twitch.tv/ChargeSimRacing, and it is 6 lights. And we are off. No lag crashes this time. Everyone's got away pretty cleanly, and we are go. Everyone's away. Fantastic angle. All the cars thundering ahead of me. Running down into turn 1. Looks like everything is okay. Oh, there's been a move for the lead, and Buzz is in the lead. So is Quantum up to second place. There's been a few cars
loose. On the exit of the turn. Oh, a little bit of a pile up. That's Elmo.
Marco Alonso has been involved. Marco Alonso has been involved in the crash, unfortunately, so let's see if he can get through. He's done okay, though. Jens is up to 15th already. Steven is off in 11th place. Steven's recovering, though. Buzz is currently leading the race, though. But he's trying to hold off a fight from Quantum. Let's see what these guys can do. Wowee. Iris and Alan are also making up the top 5 with Fox. So a lot of movement already. Jens is up to 11th already. I cannot believe it.
Patrese in 9th.
Patrese is in 9th. Jesus. Jens up to 10th as well. These guys are just absolutely funneling through. Oh, I would love to go back and watch the first lap from these guys. It's unreal how many places they've made up. The only guy missing, unfortunately, is Marco Alonso, who, although he's not far behind in 14th and 15th.
He's dropping back.
He's trading places with Lantern at the moment, but there's cars everywhere. Redshift as well. And Redshift absolutely steals from Marco Alonso there up into 15th. And Buzz,
like Baker might have had
my word, there's a huge battle for leaders. Buzz spins, 4-way battle for the lead going into lap 2, and everyone's getting a bit too
deep.
deep.
Alan overcooking it.
Buzz is still crashing, unfortunately, but Quantum has the lead for now. And Iwis, this is a repeat of MX5's. Quantum and Iwis leading, with Fox not too far behind. I tell you what, it's going to be really great.
Tracy and Jensen 6th and 7th.
That's incredible. I tell you what, Toaster is the only buffer between these guys. Once they get past him, it's going to be mad, because you're going to have a 3-way fight between Patrese, Jens and Marco, and a 3-way fight between Quantum, Iwis and Fox up the front. We're going to have 6 cars fighting for the lead in a moment or two. Wowee. Absolute madness here today at the Hungaroring. Alan is right on Fox's tail. And Jens is really, really trying to get past Patrese here. If he can jump Patrese, he's got a chance of taking the win today. I'm almost certain these guys are going to finish first and second at this current rate. Toaster gets past Alan for 4th place. Oh, look at that. Patrese is already on the back of Alan. These guys are just storming. They are so monstrously quick today. Lap 2. Alan and Patrese and Jens are in 6th and 7th after starting 24th and 5th. Buzz is in 20.
And Alan goes a bit wide.
Ooh-wee. Jens is looking, but he's just waiting. He knows these guys are going to fight later. Buzz is unfortunately DNF'd after those early actions. Raj Tastic as well looks to have been caught up at the start because he is 24th. Zyph is 23rd as well, so those guys must have unfortunately had some trouble. Redshift is back down to 19th, and Jens makes a move. Jens absolutely forces his way through. That was a really, really firm move. No contact, I believe. I think Patrese was just napping a little bit there, and Jens was like, thank you very much, I want this win. And so he is through. And now, if Jens can put more than one place between him and Patrese, he's got a chance of snatching that overall victory. Oh, there's a car off. That's R. Baker. That's R. Baker in the wall. Luckily, he is all safe, though, and the grid is clear. Zyph and Pikaroshi look to be having trouble. I think they might have made contact. That's a shame for those guys. Quantum is still leading out front, with Iris not too far behind. And I have to say, given Iris's really, really good qualifying pace, if Patrese and Marco Alonso has overtaken 2 cars, probably in one corner up to 9th place, if Iris and Quantum can keep their pace, then they've got a good chance of maybe even holding off these really fast guys if Patrese and Jens and Marco all fight with each other too much.
Oh man, this is still so close. There's no gaps between anybody right here.
Look at this absolute wild train. There's a really nice message from Chris Fox in the chat. Unfortunately, I can't read it because I've got too much going on here. There's an absolute Fox, Toaster, Alan, Jens, and Patrese all in the biggest train. And Nazim is in 8th place as well, keeping up with these guys as well. Toaster looks to be running a little bit slowly there. That's going to be scary for Alan and Jens. Ooh-wee. I bet Alan is absolutely loving every minute of this. Look at this. And Jens and Patrese are really weaving and switching.
Oh, and Jens
that
up
was
the middle.
A brilliant dive bomb. Brilliant move from Jens. And he's now got a buffer. He's now got Alan between him and Patrese. That could be the gap that Jens needs to really get a move on and snatch this event win.
Toaster
As Toaster has a slide, but he keeps it going. It was a very good recovery from Toaster there. And Patrese still has to get past Alan, of course, to get close to Jens again. What can Patrese do?
I know.
As Iris takes the lead up front. Iris gets the slipstream on Quantum, who tucks in nice and neatly behind him. Wow, so much going on in this reverse grid race today. Brilliant action. Patrese is going wheel to wheel with Alan here, but he can't quite get it done. The whole time he's stuck behind Alan, Jens is going to be disappearing.
Alan's definitely going to make it tough for Patrese. I know these two love to have a good battle.
Yeah, a lot of love and respect between these two guys.
Oh, Patrese gets a little bit squirrely there.
Big move there as Marco Alonso copies what Patrese does. Don't forget, Marco Alonso is behind the whole time. At the moment, any of these top 3 guys could win it. As Jens is already up into 3rd.
He's flying!
Passing Quantum Leagues. I told you at the start of this event, Jens is only going to get faster as this event goes on, and boy has he just delivered. Fantastic car control there. Steven has unfortunately DNF'd. I think he got too much stab, but Jens is just absolutely flying right now. Fox is holding on fantastically, though, keeping Jens behind him. And Iris has now got a comfortable gap up front. Quantum, I think, has had a little off and dropped back. Jens is getting the move done nice and cleanly on Fox. A little bit of wheel banging there. I think Jens might have run him a little bit out of road, but no love lost there. Fox managed to hold the car steady, but this is looking game, set, and match Jens at the moment, while the guys behind him. Well, the thing is, Marco's stuck behind Patrese, and Patrese is now stuck behind Quantum, so it's Jens's race for the taking, but as I say that, Quantum has absolutely died, unfortunately, just overcooking it coming out the final corner. That's going to give Patrese a moment of relief, but he's got Marco Alonso looking for him the whole time, and once again, Marco is just weaving left and right, trying to get the move done.
He's going to get the run around the outside?
He gets very deep around the outside. Not quite. Very deep around the outside. They touch wheels, but that was always going to be Patrese. I think that was somewhat of an optimistic move from Marco. But again, brilliant racing as Marco attempts to go around the outside again. He is in a hurry, and Marco has got the move done. That was an astounding move. And Nazim is raring to go the whole time. That was a fantastic move from Marco Alonso, just snatching it.
Patrese trying to go around the outside.
He runs Patrese a little bit wide there. Woo-wee! This battle will not quit.
Oh my lord.
This is some somewhat forceful driving from Marco Alonso. Patrese keeping him honest though, as he has the inside line going into the chicane, and
Marco gives him the space.
That's brilliant
no,
move.
he had to go
Marco
out.
overcooks it going over the chicane. Patrese has 4th place back. And all this time, Jens is absolutely steamrolling down Iris, who's doing a great job of holding on into P1. Fox as well doing an astounding job in P3, holding on. Really, really top racing from all these guys here. So the timer has fallen behind the tower again. There's so much going on in the race, but I'm trying to follow the championship fight right now, unfortunately. There's a whole lot of action going on. Redshift is chasing down Harbaker. As Ali G passes Niels, and Redshift goes around the outside, but that's a little bit of a desperate move.
Alan is just a 10th behind Fox.
As Jens is absolutely crushing the lap times, but Iwis is setting almost identical lap times to him, so I think Jens might have his work cut out here, just catching Iwis. And Patrese still stuck behind Alan. It's so annoying because he's trying to have to defend from he's defending from Marco Alonso the whole time while trying to get past these guys.
I'm
It's
sure
now
Patrese's sweating
Pack
here.
of 4 cars going into turn 2 here as Fox is leading the train.
man.
Marco
going for the mover on
Alonso
the outside again. He doesn't
still
get it.
pushing with Patrese.
Oh my word.
Oh, so much. I can't
Oh, Mara
even
de Bear
breathe.
is dropping back. Bundle of boys. And the pack in the front, all the way in the 13th.
Oh, we've lost
Still
Alan, we've lost
so
Alan,
close.
and Alan is round, unfortunately. The slow and steady approach hasn't quite worked for Alan. He did really well holding on, but that now releases Patrese, and he can now get past Fox and go after Jens and try and claim this victory. I think if Patrese can get 3rd place, he will win the event today, as Jens currently has a 2nd and a 3rd. If Jens takes the victory, they will tie the win. We'll have tied winners, and Patrese has got past, and now he's got a nice little buffer with Fox holding up Marco Alonso. But Marco is going forward as well. Fox, I have to say, absolutely spectacular driving. He's really held his cool with these incredible drivers racing around him. But it's not over yet with Marco still behind Patrese, and poor Patrese
And
can't
still
breathe.
right there as well.
Nazim as well. Again, Nazim, I've said already, but he's one of these drivers who I've really been a fan of the last couple of weeks, and he is just... I'm so glad he's proving me right, because he's been fantastic. The fact that he's up there with all these quick guys around him and holding it together. Also, I have to say, Toaster sitting in the top 10 is looking really, really good. He's managed to keep it nice and tidy throughout the whole race.
Steven had a nosebleed, that's why he had to back out.
Oh, poor Steven. As Nazim is up into 5th place, ahead of Fox. I was just talking
Let's
about
go,
how
Nazim.
talking about how much I've been impressed by Nazim, and he's not disappointing one bit. Marco Alonso is still pushing for Patrese. They're side by side. Oh, I hit the wrong key. They're still side by side going into turn 3, and incredibly, they are still both alive.
These two are just having an insane battle.
And I tell you what, the real star of the show today is Iwis, who is not letting Jens catch him. He is going pound for pound, blow for blow with Jens every single lap. That gap has come down barely a second in the last 4 or 5 laps, I would say. So Iwis having none of that and saying to Jens, "You want this? You got to pass me." That is absolutely absurd to have. Iris, who's a very good driver, but who has been in the rookie split for the last couple of weeks, and I think he's relatively new to sim racing. And with someone like Jens, who is like on the galactic alien, like one of the best guys in all of AC level,
And Iris is
doing
pulling the
similar
gap
lap
further.
times.
It's
He
up
is.
to nearly 3.5 seconds now.
Well, I have to say that is Jens with 0 practice, but still, that is fantastic driving from Iris. He's not intimidated one bit by these guys. Marco is just still chasing Patrese. Castro R and Fox are having a battle as well. There is just too much going on. This has really turned into another one of these really spectacular events where we just have so much wheel-to-wheel action. Oh no, there's contact, but luckily Castellar keeps going. I think that was Toxic just losing control there. He made contact with Castellar, but luckily didn't take him out, and I think Toxic suffered a little bit, but he's still alive. We also have Ali G on the back of this big pack. Look at this fantastic train, and again I have to say, oh Jesus Christ!
That looked like some lag right
that
there.
That was
such a
either lag or murder. That will have to be unpacked. I was going to say before that, I'm so pleased at how clean this pro split has been, because this is not a forgiving event, and it has been surprisingly good. There have been a few little whoopsies, but generally it has been really tight.
this battle between Patrese and Marco is absolutely insane.
It really is. This is some of the best World Tour racing I've ever seen in a Assetto Corsa. Really incredible job from both of these guys. I want to know who's going to come out on top, because right now Patrese's fighting for the overall win. If Marco gets past him, it might cost him. It might fall into Jens's hands.
Jens has just run away from Patrese, and that goes to I mean, obviously they're battling, but I think that just goes like further
that's what's holding them
legitimizes
up.
Iwis's performance, because he's running away from all of them.
I think Marco and Patrese are going at it so hard, they're slowing each other up. Like Jens and Iwis are doing 34, 33s, while I have to say Marco and Patrese are also doing 33s. So if anything, they're catching the front two as Marco goes for a huge dive around the outside.
Oh, he's right on his tail. He's got the slipstream down the hill.
Yeah, getting that wider exit. Now, what's Patrese doing going into turn 2? I tell you what, I bet Patrese's loving every minute of this.
Oh, man. And
it's not going to stick. It's not going to stick.
No.
I don't think so. It might do.
Here, though. Oh, my God. They're going side by side.
Patrese just has the inside line going into turn 3, but Marco is just switching lanes like it's nothing. And absolutely just superb car control from these guys. Both of these guys are so in the moment. It's absolutely incredible. Absurdly clean and close racing from these guys. They are really just tunnel vision so perfectly in the zone. It's lovely to see. Excellent car control and brilliant movement, defense, and exciting creative moves from these guys. This is really just top tier sim racing from these two. They're putting on a spectacular show for all of these guys.
And we get the front row seat. Oh, Marco's tires might be a little bit cooked.
So good at catching those slidey moments. So, I mean, this is kind of how you have to drive this car. You have to kind of rag it around a little bit, and Marco just has that energy. He's just got the control. Up the front, Iwis is still holding off Jens. I cannot believe it. Alex98UK says, more exciting than F1. Twitch.tv/ChargeSimRacing. Tell your friends.
Marco's definitely going to have the run here. What's Patrese going to do?
Patrese's telegraphing very early where he wants to go, though. They're almost in the pit lane. As Marco's found some time by going a little bit wide around turn 1. But he's now on the outside going into turn 2, though, so I don't think he quite got it there. He's going to try and take a nice, wide, late apex and prioritise his exits. He's not quite there yet. He's got another few laps to have a stab at it.
This Toxic Boy is dropping back a little bit. There might have been an incident in the back.
I'd love to look at some more of the stuff going on further back in the race, but I just can't take my eyes off these two guys. Unfortunately, they've just been absolutely incredible for the whole race. And if I missed the decisive moment between these two, I'd kick myself for it forever. So we're going to stay with Marco.
It looks like Patrese's starting to pull that gap.
Yeah.
I think his tires might be in better health.
Maybe Marco's suffering.
Yeah, Marco's losing it. Oh man.
Okay, we can switch back until those two close back up again. Redshift has been one of the overtaking kings today. Is looking to get past Fox. Fox was doing spectacularly earlier on in the race, but he's just dropped back a little bit. Nazim is really holding station in 5th place, and Castro R in 6th, also doing very well. Toaster in 7th, Elmo in 8th, Fox. I have to say, from 5th to 10th. 5th to 10th, every single one of these drivers are really doing themselves proud today. Toaster's doing a great job hanging on in 7th place and really taking the fight for these guys.
Ooh,
As
Redshift goes
Jens has brought the gap down. The gap is now 1.7.
Oh, he can see him.
He just set a 33.4, I believe it was. Jens is closing in. Maybe Iwis is just starting to feel that pressure.
Oh, they're running through back markers now.
Yeah, or maybe Iwis is just having trouble getting past some of the lap cars. Elmo and Toaster are side by side going into turn 1. What can Elmo do? And Elmo very nearly Elmo very nearly assassinates Toaster, but unfortunately sacrifices himself as Rushtastic gets past Redshift. These guys have been trading places a lot as well. I think Marco has given up and resigned himself to 4th place now. I think he's just trying to save his tyres for the end. We will watch that gap between Iwis and Jens, though. Can Iwis get up there? And so can Jens get up there and take Iwis on? Redshift again, he's been really bold with his overtakes today. What can he do on Rajtastic? Raj has done a good fight back. I think he was 19th at one point, so he's definitely fought his way well back up into 10th place.
Poor Alan dropping. He was in 3rd place at some point, I think, and he's dropped all the way to 20th.
I think
he had an off at
Alan
some point.
had a couple offs and no practice. That might do that to you. The gap is now down to sub 1 second between Iris and Jens. There's traffic coming up. We have 2 laps left to go at Hungaroring today.
Jens smells blood here.
Absolutely. Jens is a very, very quick, very experienced racing driver, so he will...
Look at those times. He was a second quicker than I was that lap.
That is absurd. 33.3 on absolutely knackered tyres as Lantern. Lantern's a very experienced driver. He knows what to do when lap cars are coming. He's raced with both of these guys before, so you definitely haven't got to worry about Lantern. He's well offline. And Patrese and Marco Alonso are switching places again. What happened? Patrese must have had a little off there. The gap was almost a second between those guys. Patrese must have somehow lost some time, but they've switched places again. Unfortunately, I missed it. Damn, we're back on them though. Oh no, and that's it. And that's it. That's the moment for those guys, unfortunately. That'll be it for Marco. He brilliantly recovered the car, saving it and keeping that 4th place.
Marco.
The gap is back up to a second between Iris and Jens. Anything could happen with these guys. It's going to be 1 lap to go after this one as Elmo and Fox are trading places now, and Elmo's doing a good job of recovering after having that little shunt at turn 1 on the previous lap. Just look at how much time. Jens is... That's the thing. Drivers like him, they take a couple laps and just they get... Well, as I say that, they get locked in. Jens completely misses the apex there, but maybe he's feeling the tyres. But you can just see how he's climbing in through the more technical sections of the track. He's just reeling that gap down on Iris. He's going to have 1 more lap to do it. If Iris can hold off Jens, that would be the drive of his career.
Oh, I'm sure he's sweating.
Whoo-wee! Rajtastic is fighting with Fox as well. Let's see what he can do. I think he's a little bit too far to get a move done at the moment. It's so nice to see packs of cars all together. It's not like there have been constant crashes and everyone's separated. Jens has really closed the gap through turn 1. He's bringing that time down under the slipstream. If he needs to make a move, it's got to be done now. So what can Jens
this is
do?
Gonna be the final lap here. Oh, he's got a good run here.
Iris looking a little bit scrubby on his tyres through turn 2. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen soon. What can Jens do flying into turn 3? Can he make up some time? He does. Another 10th just whittling away as Elmo looks to be having problems and he's dropped well back, unfortunately.
This is the section where Jens really caught Iwa's last lap. Oh, he's gonna...
But he's running out of opportunities to overtake. The gap is now 2 tenths. Can Iris hang on against one of the absolute fastest drivers in all of Assetto Corsa? What can Iris do? Jens getting very wide there, but he's still... It might be too far back now. I think Jens is running out of overtaking opportunities. Look at how much he just carves time off there. He made half a second in 1 turn. They are nose to tail. Jens is side by side. This is going to go all the way to the line here. Can Iris hold off Jens? Iris is going to have the inside line to the inside line to the final corner. I think Iris is going to keep this.
And it looks like Iris is going to hold him off.
And I don't believe it. Fantastic battling. Iris takes victory from Jens in the reverse grid race. Incredible job for Iris. He qualified second. He was so unlucky to get taken out in the first race, and he had a few punts himself. But Patrese takes third, and I am absolutely sure that is going to be it for Patrese. He will be today's winner. Marco Alonso kept him honest the whole way. We saw some galactic battles between these two. Some of the best racing I've seen in my entire life. Nazim with an absolutely spectacular 5th. Castrolard doing a great job in 6th. Toaster again brilliant in 7th. Rajtastic with a really good strong debut in Pro Split today in 8th. Fox as well, 9th. Meritaberry representing the Bundua boys, top 10. As punt time happens. I'll tell you what, can you grab Iris for me, please, Will? Let's get him in chat for an interview.
Yes, definitely. Iris. Holy hell, man.
Iris, I have a question for you. Do you know who you just beat?
I have no idea.
Okay. Alright, you've just beaten 3 of some of the absolute best players in Assetto Corsa. Especially Jens, that guy who you beat to the fast line, is like one of the top aliens. He's one of the fastest guys in the whole game. So, spectacular driving. I cannot believe it. As soon as I saw Jens get up to second, I thought he's going to reel you in. But you went toe-to-toe with him, lap for lap. You matched his lap times. Spectacular drive.
lap, and it would have been his, I think. But yeah, I have no
Well,
idea
it
how.
wasn't. It wasn't one more lap. It wasn't one more lap. You did it. But really spectacular driving today. I cannot commend you on how well you held those guys off. And there was Marco Alonso and Patrese behind you again, who were just insane level. So really, really great job.
Thank you very much.
It is an
What does it feel
absolutely
like
insane
racing in the pro
performance.
split compared to rookies?
Well, I can tell you after that race, I'm very sweaty.
All right, well, fantastic job. Thank you so much. Congrats on your reverse grid race. We'll send you back now. You can go put on some deodorant and cool off.
Thank you very much.
Let's see. I
Can
wonder
we
who
bring
else
down
we can.
Jens?
You can if you. I don't know if he'll want to talk. You can maybe ask him. He's welcome to join if he wants to.
Gotta throw him.
Let's see.
I just asked if anybody would come down. Jens did not say anything.
Okay, no worries. Yeah, we'll see if we can get you in. Oh, we have Zyve. Hello, Zyve. Zyve, I have to ask you: did you spin or did Redshift hit you? What happened?
Oh, he hit me.
He hit you. Oh
Yeah.
no! It looked like you spun on the replay. It might have been netcode, but we'll definitely take a look at that one. You were racing really, really well today. I tell you what, you missed the most incredible fight for the win in that reverse grid. It was
Yeah.
insane.
Oh, I saw the delta at the end. Jens was only a tenth of a second off. I was there.
It went to the line. Iris beat Jens. I cannot believe it. And Marco Alonso and Patrese had the most elite battle I've ever seen. It was one of the best half hours of racing I've ever seen in a set, of course. So how was it like
So
there for you?
jealous. I got robbed of a good time again.
It's like every time you commentate, you wish you were driving. Every time you were driving, you wish you were commentating. What was
Yep.
it like out there on the grid though today?
On the second race, I didn't really notice, but on the in the first race, it was really respectful actually where I was. At I wanted to be a bit higher in the first race, but then I think it was I forgot the name. And he just overtook me, and then on the chicane had like a little off, and then was an awkward rejoin, and I had to go in the cross. And then I just tried to recover from that, but I couldn't do it. There were so many very fast drivers today. It was insane, and I have no idea how some of the guys here can drive 32s.
Yeah, guys like Iris and Jens and Marco and Patrese were inching on 32s on race pace. It was absurd. I tell you what, I was really impressed by a lot of the guys who we gave a shot at in Pro Split today. There
Absolutely.
were definitely some guys who I think unquestionably have earned their pro licenses from now on. I was really impressed. A couple guys still maybe need a little bit more time, but definitely there'll be a bunch of drivers who I think are going to be really welcome additions to the Pro Split. I thought they were fantastic. I'm really surprised actually. We had I don't know if you know, like we had record numbers on Twitch there as well. We had
Yeah, I noticed.
75 viewers on Twitch at one point. We had
So amazing.
we had about, oh my god, Chris Fox Racing has just gifted 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much, Chris Fox. We've had an absolute pile of subs. I think we've had something like 12 or 13 at least, more than that even. We've had maybe at least 15 subs today as well, so thank you so much for all the support, guys. I was a bit unsure about this event going into today. I thought it was either going to be a bit quiet or it was just going to be an undrivable crash fest, but once again the community has completely pulled through. This race was fantastic. The driving was incredible. I cannot believe how clean and exciting it was for the most part. There were some crashes in the rookie race, but that's bound to happen, you know, and the crash in Pro 1 was caused by lag from Toaster's end. I saw that happen. That wasn't anyone's fault, you know, so it definitely went better than I expected. I'm really proud to be here and part of this community today. Alan, how's it going?
That's all right. I didn't mean to jump in here, but it's, now I'm here.
Alan, you were in that sandwich between like Jens, Marco Alonso, Patrese, and it's just like, how did you keep your cool while all those guys are absolutely like elite racing next to each other right behind you?
I I was living on borrowed time, to be honest with you. I knew I was going to crash soon at some point, so I thought I'd just go for it while I can. And then when I did spin, I faced the wall, and I just obviously waited for the whole grid to go by. There was no gaps, so I had to reverse back on the track. There's nowhere to
Yeah.
so.
Looks like you had your fun though. I tell you what, go back and watch the stream because the racing between the top guys today was on the most unreal level I've ever seen. It was some of the most incredible wheel tour racing I've ever seen in Charged. It was absurd.
Yeah, I made some changes to the setup for the second race, and that seemed to help a bit. A bit more. If I'd just done another hour or so practice today, I could have got down with being competitive. But like I say, I was planning on going out tonight, but that didn't happen. So.
Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, there's always next week if you want to do a bit more practice. I tell you what, I'm absolutely shattered. Me and Will have been on the stream for 3 hours now, so I think we're going to wrap it up. If anyone has anything they'd like to say before we go.
I just want to say that the BMWs I thought were the craziest race that we've ever seen, but I think that battle between Patrese and Marco Alonso was just absolutely nutty, and it was just I'm glad that I got to watch this instead of fighting in the back of the pack because holy hell, man,
Same.
it was just so insane to watch today.
I could not have driven this car today, so I'm very glad I got to be here and commentate. I'm absolutely shattered. I'm going to end the stream now. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Thank you.
I have a final thing to say.
Oh, go ahead, Saif. Go ahead.
Thank you so much, Will and James, for commentating today.
Oh, you. Well, thank you for giving us the platform to commentate such a fun race. But yeah, all the Twitch viewers and Twitch subs today. Again, another absolutely earth-shattering display of gratitude to you guys. You've been really, really kind. Thanks to all the community members who absolutely busted themselves today to give us a fantastic race to watch and commentate on. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go to bed. I'm destroyed. Good night. Good night from me, your boy, the Flat Earth Mom. Good night from these guys. Say bye, guys.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.
We will see you next week with the next weekly race, which hasn't been announced yet, but the weekly calendar for February is about to be announced. RSO1 and MX5 are taking a break this week, so there will be some more action going on next week. Until next time, bye guys. I'm out. Bye.